Hey. Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog main title at 96K.
This is, I gotta figure this out. Not filters. Properties. Discord. There we go. Now we can hear you.
All right.
Alrighty. And we're back, everybody. How are y'all doing?
All good.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Very good. It's good to have you guys. We got Nikki back. We have Ben.
Yo.
Yeah, hello there, people.
Welcome everybody who's joining. I do apologize for my terrible microphone quality. I can't have any noise suppression because of how we have to show the show or the cartoon because of mishaps happening last time. We kept getting taken down by YouTube's AI algorithm thingy for copyright, I guess, for showing a show that is already free on YouTube. How that makes sense, please tell me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's weird because that seems to happen. It's like sometimes it gets striked by things that don't seem to exist by any reasons or some weird law firm, but it's a strange thing.
Yeah. So what we have set up is that I've got you can probably see my hand here. Hello, guys. I've got a camera set up on my...
Poltergeist is coming out.
I can make shadow puppets on this. But the way we have to do this is I've set up a camera on my old, what is it even called again?
CRT
TV from the 90s. I've got my laptop playing the actual cartoon through an adapter into the RCA cable, along with just an overlay on top to try to get past that copyright AI garbage. So, yeah. This is how we had to do it. And the only way I could play the audio for the guys to hear is if I have my noise suppression off and play the audio through the TV. Into my microphone, so you guys get the full 90s experience, I guess. Except for this logo being on the screen, but we can't show too much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
also let them know that if they do want to actually watch these in proper HDs, best but still listen to us. The best thing to do is just play the episodes elsewhere, and you can listen along to us.
That's
if you want
true.
quality.
Yep. And I was thinking about doing like some kind of overlay for the timer, like the timestamp of the video, so people can tune to the right second. But I couldn't get that figured out in time. I literally just got off work, had to pay rent, and had to have food, and now here I am.
Fair enough.
I had to scramble to get this ready.
If we're going what we did last time, is in basically read about what the title card is. I think that's the best place to start the episodes if you want to watch roughly in sync with us.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I think we should do a 3, 2, 1 for the audience, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Like for anyone who,
could do that.
Or, just be courteous, so to speak.
Yeah.
Cool. To answer that question, we are starting with Harmonic Sonic. Oh, we got Fox Shadow in here. Speaking of which,
Hey,
how you doing?
I gotta go to work. Stop in, say hi, everyone. Have a great stream. Have a lot of fun.
Thanks a lot, guys, for the music.
Take care,
for the music at the beginning of the stream, go follow this guy, Fox Shadow. I put it in the chat.
Absolutely.
seriously, it's great.
Look him up on
have
YouTube.
fun.
Take care.
All right, take care.
All right.
That was our music guy. Or at least one of them.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So yeah, we're going to get started with, I think it's episode 8 of season 1, Harmonic Sonic. So I guess we'll go ahead and get this started. Let me go ahead and put it in my laptop. Oh. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, it's a mouse. That's really weird to have on a CRTV.
Maybe this is just Robotnik's lair. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There we go. Alrighty, so I'm going to start 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Yes.
Oh,
to
now it's loading. That's fantastic.
Now it's buffering.
Thanks. That's great. Fantastic. I love that.
Don't we all? Don't we all love it?
Let me do this. We are professional here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness! All right. It's like a bad internet connection or something.
I was going to say, like, while this is starting to get ready, this episode in particular, it's kind of weird because the best way to describe it isn't, oh yeah, this is the one where Sonic goes into space, isn't it?
That's right. With like
it's
stuff. They built a spaceship in a forest with a box of scraps.
As you do.
Well, to be fair, when the episodes get going, it's they find a rocket more than anything else.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So that's what Adventure 2 was referencing all this time, just finding a random rocket just in the middle of the desert.
Oh dear. Well, to be fair, in Adventure 2, it's a rocket built inside a pyramid.
Yeah, but why is it even there? Like Eggman doesn't need it. It's like a teleport device.
I don't know. It's like he just likes going full out. That man, he really does.
Let's see if this is gonna work. Alrighty.
Yeah, I mean, no matter which iteration of Robotnik is, he goes full out whatever he does, even if he's not doing anything.
What?
Maybe it's a paperweight. Have your paper. I shall use this as my paperweight. Now,
to be fair, To be fair, if we get to the, I don't know if we'll get to an episode like this, but there is one where he threatens to turn Snively into a paperweight. So,
which is actually a legit threat because he could probably considering what he'd need to beat in order to be a paperweight.
Yeah. Well,
wow. So now it's like the internet's being weird. Thanks.
Yeah. But it's weird because, like, looking back at this episode, I don't have. It's funny because one of my memory of watching this show back in the day and then rewatching it is like this one always kind of slips me up. Is always thinking, oh yeah, this one exists somehow. It's like I keep slipping my mind because when we there's one bit where I literally wonder like, why is this here? Because it is one of those like you do question the bit of the logic of this world and what they get away with in the show.
Yeah, it's funny that because I'm the same. Because, and to be honest, I don't even think I've even watched this episode in full. All I remember is just the opening bit. He launches into space, and
yeah, I mean, when we get into
I hope we
like
get to
the rest
watch
of it takes
this.
place in a space station, which we'll get to. But it's particularly what happens in there is a bit.
All right. I may actually have to set up my phone as a hotspot or something to get this to work. This is insane. Last stream, everything's messing up now. This time, it's like some completely different issue.
Yeah.
Love it.
You could try the quality. Just try and change that. Maybe.
Oh, it's not bad. It's not even like loading. It's not even loading the page.
Right.
So let me get my USB cord and plug it up straight to the laptop as a hotspot. And see if that does something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not one thing, it's another, but there's always a way around it. That seems to be the way we work.
Yeah, every time, man.
Yeah, I think I might have asked you this, Ben. I mean, what was your memory of watching this show? I mean, what would you say was the first episode you remember seeing back in the day?
I can definitely tell you that because the first ever episode I saw, it was on Pop at the time, and I watched it. It was Sonic's Nightmare, so literally opened up and seen the roboticization scene, and I just thought, holy shit, that's dark. And then seeing Sonic,
wow,
like fuck, like I missed this show. I mean, I was already aware of Sonic by that point because the first game I actually played was Sonic 3 Blast on the Mega Drive, because it was a leftover from my cousin. I played it a lot. Thought it had great music, but the controls sucked.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. It was trying to be 3D, even though it was a 2D isometric game. But hey, that's what you did back in the day.
Yeah, it wasn't real 3D, but yeah.
No.
So, but it was this show that legit got me hooked into the blue blur as a whole. So eventually I grew up, got on the internet, decided to look for Sonic the Hedgehog the cartoon, and first one that popped up was Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I was like, oh man, this is so weird, like having two shows with the same voice actor as Sonic, and yeah, I think basically the same reaction I had with with Nostalgia Critic when he reviewed that show way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I watched SIM, and I was at first I was a little apprehensive watching. I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, I think it was because it was also easily have seen at the time, this might have been a bit of a few awakenings for a few people online.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, all that stuff. But then again, I watched it again all the way through, right up to the end. Proper pissed off that it got cancelled. But then again, it was. But even then, on its own, it was just great fun. So then I decided to get into like, oh, really? It must be like, well, the games similar story. That's when things started to get messy because
that's when
the game stories, not being funny, were all over the place. You know, the classic games didn't really have that much of a story to them, you know. But there were nothing like nowhere near as dark as like Saturday M. Nowhere near as campy as like as the Adventures series.
Yeah, well, this is what we talked about before. This is what's fascinating is like when this was being developed. I mean, what we know is Saturday was initially the show that was in development first, and that was the show they wanted. ABC wanted that as the main thing, and then as they were developing it, and as we saw from the pilot, where we saw Heads and Tails, obviously it was still in that kind of Saturday morning ephemera business, and then it was kind of like, well, we need to. It's kind of like, well, this is good, but can you tone it a little differently next time? And they did, but then it was like, great, we like that, but can we have another show that we can have for, you know, regular days, and also maybe, you know, put it on the channels? And that's how Adventures came out. It was kind of like, that's suddenly you have two members working on two different shows with the same property.
Yeah, and then eventually I watched the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA, English dub. I found it on YouTube. I was like, oh, holy shit, there's a Sonic film. Before there was even the notion.
A two-part video anime, effectively.
An OVA, an original video animation. Yeah. And basically watched that, and I thought, okay, Robotnik, you know, looking a hell of a lot more rounder than before, as opposed to.
I think we finally got this thing working.
Oh, finally, intermission's over, kids.
I had to jump through every single hoop to get here.
Yes.
Or rings.
Every single ring. All right, but here it is.
Here it is, the last.
Oh boy. Alrighty, so we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Yes.
Do it to it. Yes.
Wait, that's cool.
Yeah. It's funny Fox can't be here because this episode does feature a lot of original music, actually.
Right.
That's only in this episode.
So let me know in the chat if you guys can hear it. Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear it. I mean, hopefully the chat can hear it. Yeah.
People in the chat.
These things here, these guys, alright, so we'll see them later on in the episode, but it's like, where are they from? Like, again, did Robotnik build these? Like, what are these things?
No.
Like,
I think they were inhabitants, you know, like bug, you know, inhabitants. Weird thing is, I like to assume that because I watched Sonic Underground, which a lot of their side characters are more insectal than.
Oh god, I mean the side characters in Underground, oh god, they're like reject characters. To be fair, it's like some of them probably were better roboticized than what they were.
Yeah, they don't even fully get roboticized; they just sort of get partially bulked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are one of the episodes where it is just making up a lot of stuff to serve the story of the episode. Oh my gosh, it looks like they're gonna get nuked.
Instigation to how they get
the atom bomb.
Yeah.
My goodness.
There's a lot of the cast are saying just make stuff up and then make it just put it in the edit.
Oh, there's everyone's favorite.
He's up to another one of his evil schemes.
Oh yes, because he's evil and stuff.
Evil. He's an evil lad, that man.
Kathy, I love your love, but what was that? What was that line of phrasing?
Evil scheme.
Well, they just say, remember we watched the Heads of Tails, is that bit at the end when the Tails' last lines is like so badly said. It's like, I wonder whether that was intentionally meant to be bad and then we just forgot to like, no, it's actually meant to be fake bad than actual bad.
Trailer line.
Yeah.
So I like this one because it shows a lot of Rotor's engineering. So I think
it's true. This is a very heavy episode.
Yeah, I would say second to Subsonic.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. That's right. So I was actually going to bring this concept back. He uses a power ring to charge things up.
Things already on fire, so he's already failed.
I mean, it is always leaving a trail of flames anyway, so I think that's just an after effect of him doing this.
Yeah.
True, but what if it ignites the tether belt? The knight is screwed.
Whole thing falls apart. That thing was made out of like wood too.
Yeah.
Christ, super strong Mobian.
Nice,
Mobian,
nice world map.
Wood, yeah.
Larch.
Yeah,
Mobian
there we
larch.
go.
They draw Robotnik well in this episode, I've noticed.
One of these days,
Oh,
I'm going...
This is stealth bot again.
Another stealth bot, yeah. I love that these things are like recurring, you know? Not every episode it's like a brand new thing.
No.
It's a sense of place, you know, familiarity.
Well, it's definitely an arsenal that you could reuse over and over again. It's not like a one and done machine, you know, in other shows.
Dude, look at Sally's PC setup, man.
I mean, look at that.
Better
That
than
is
mine.
proper 90s. Right. I mean, this is definitely stuff. I was going to say this is the stuff from the Nicole we saw in the pilot. You know, mobile computers of the 90s, you folks.
I was taking notes.
That you're doing something.
Sorry?
As I say, Antoine's actually doing something useful here.
Oh, wow.
So he's... I may have missed it, but... So Robotnik's basically spying on them. Is he trying to locate, or...? Oh,
I think he's
okay,
trying
yeah.
to-
They're
I
zeroing
think that's
in.
allowing him to find location in the forest because
Right.
I think an episode when you probably get to way past Cool Sonic, they do mention that the forest is so dense that it's the reason they never be able to find that hole.
Really?
You
Is that...
mentioned also a lot of it's uncharted as well. No idea how that's supposed to work, but
Yeah. If he took over the
he's
whole
basically trying to do
planet.
a Google Maps, I think.
Yes.
Somebody better call Google Maps.
Indeed, yeah, literally. It's that guy.
Well, this is way before Google Maps. Even,
No,
so
yeah.
can't really blame it.
I love the comically large magnet.
Oh yeah, we get that later. Yeah, there's you know.
Oh, that's later on, huh?
The planet, yeah, we find out the ground plan is how to stop this thing is to drag it down to their planet.
With a horseshoe magnet, right?
Is it? Yes, the giant magnet.
This is still.
Oh,
sad, yeah,
this
so
is one of my
Ben's
favorite
just
tracks. This is what Fox was talking about once, I think, coming up. Right here. It's kind of hard to hear, but... Like it has no
How's the
business
stream
being
doing, by the
good.
way?
That's doing good.
No.
How's chat
scratch
doing?
yet.
Nothing yet.
Thank God.
I do like this guy of like, you know, him saying, I feel like going to blow gas. Said, sugar, I'm the one who's going to blow a gasket in a minute.
I'm the one with a gasket, connecting my arm to my body. It's just G-modding it.
Ooh, that's right.
Oh, his eyes!
I know, but
Wait.
if you saw that, if again, chat, you have to, if you're watching this in better quality, like you've probably seen that was one hell of a frame of Antoine.
Yeah, they're just holding this rocket up for blast off with a rope.
Yeah,
That works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Isn't it?
I mean, to be fair, it's like reality's not too much of a thing in this world anyway. So
yeah.
I mean, taking out the fact, obviously, the thing would probably spiral out of control. Wouldn't the half the forest be ignited from like the
Cut to a clip of like Kerbal
they just
Space
expose
Program.
themselves to Robotnik's
Yeah.
spice, kind of like
yeah.
shit.
Notice how, yeah, he says you can't even notice Robotnik anywhere. So I wonder how much he's actually taken over.
I mean, I'm assuming that he's trying to spread out to the entire planet, so it's like whatever. I guess the monarchy of what Mobius was, you know,
He
I
took
think
out...
he's keeping up with everything.
The idea was he conquered the capital city.
Right, he took out the top dog, and now he's
Didn't
spreading
necessarily
out.
cover the entire planet, so he's conquered the kingdom, but not
Right.
not the planet, because
I mean, he's probably got a lot of his own subordinates around the continents.
They just explode.
yeah, just banzais it.
Bro's got a window with space right outside. Is it like an open window? I mean, he could breathe in space, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
so,
canon.
It's one thing this show does. It's one thing this is in canon. It keeps the canon of like, yeah, these characters can breathe in space. That's just a thing.
But not in water.
Welcome
No.
welcome to the Death Star Zone.
I mean the Death Egg. What? Can I also say?
I mean, they probably didn't know. I bet you when they made this, they didn't know about the death egg at the time. Maybe that was a thing when they were making the show.
Oh no, they would have. They would have done because the death egg was around since Sonic 2.
I know, but it's like they probably didn't. They probably didn't think that. Oh, we took in visual cues from that. Ah, damn.
Yeah, if they took anything else from Sonic 2, they would have seen Super Sonic, and that would have been a part of the show because it's just too cool not to include.
Actually, a lot of people complain about like how Akira Toriyama might sue for using supersonic transform. I think Lucasfilm would probably go on first for stealing the Death Star design.
I mean, it's surprising they've never bothered. I think
these shots are cinematic, man. There was one earlier of them walking like past a spotlight.
Oh yeah,
really
good. This is quite a cool design and machine. I got to admit, this is one of the.
What do you think of the?
Yes, I know, Snively. I have eyes. What were you saying?
You
Sorry.
don't have any whites in your eyes.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah, look at this lad. I mean, he's got it. I'm gonna say this is quite a cool design.
Actually, getting a lot of weirdly enough Superman vibes from, particularly like. Have you guys seen the latest Superman animated films? Like
My Event.
Reign of the Superman.
Well, I've seen My Adventures of Superman, which is funny because a lot of people. I mentioned this to Evan. It's like, oh, look at this lad. I mentioned that show is like Carell in that show looks a lot like Android 18. It's just she has a different hairdo.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ, that is.
Why does that robot have tentacles?
Yeah. Well, some could be biomechanical. This is a living creature. This has to be a living creature.
Yeah.
Oh my god, imagine if Robotnik went out into space and roboticized aliens.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus, that would be so extreme.
Yeah, man.
That's where you can really get wacky with his designs.
I mean, the universe is full of crazy stuff, so you never know what kind of creatures you're going to see.
No, they just
Oh my
one
gosh.
naturally cyborg.
Alright, there's no way they landed that. Come on. Especially Rotor.
Broken the
on,
knees.
Hey. Sonic can land from like 30,000 feet.
Yeah, but not Rotor.
No, Rotor's just that.
To be fair,
Rotor is...
To be fair, Rotor is kind of like just an average person here. He's like brought into this madcap adventures, like just thrown into this mad stuff.
Oh no, wait, zero gravity. That's right, less gravity. That's how he's able to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The animation
Well,
was
here we go.
really
This
slow.
is where it gets into real wacky territory here. We're about to get into it, folks.
Okay, man.
So, yeah, this has like a. This is basically the canteen bar from Star Wars here. It's just all these guys.
This is like a prelude to Sonic Underground.
Yeah, right down to the drums and the keyboard.
The weird designs.
Like, why?
Where's Manic?
I'm just saying, like, these machines have to be sentient as well. Like in the pilot, these are clearly sentient machines to do this sort of thing.
It's him.
And yeah, this badly disguised.
The Axl Rose pose.
No,
coming in on a downbeat. There he is. The fastest guitarist in the universe.
I also noticed when he talks, like the end of his plane, like moves up and down a bit as well. It's like a little animation of sort of.
Brother, what is he plugged up to? What are they playing, man? He's making noise. This is like a sound test.
Remember, up, down, left, right. Wait, how did these...
What is he playing? Man, Manic is going to go crazy on this one.
Oh no! I don't know if I loved it or hate this.
I think this is worse than Sonic's underground guitar.
Hey, Sonic's got his tail back.
Yeah, well, you don't blow such a hot nose yourself.
Dead.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh man, you ruined his saxophone, man.
Yeah, broke the saxophones.
Stop ruining my sax. I mean, my sax, son.
But again, it's like, just who built these things? were they already like this to begin with? Who? What? What?
They can't surely be worker bots, like Robotnik's robot size.
No, that's what makes it so weird. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, this whole thing seems like a waste of time. Is Sonic supposed to be distracting while Rotor does something?
well, he's trying to figure out. Well, he's trying to figure out where the central thing is so they can destroy it. That's what he's here for.
It'd just be easy if Sonic just spin dashed the rest of them.
Yeah, I'd kill them all. Just kill them right now.
Technically, I mean, they don't seem like Mobians, so just slice through them.
But like I said, they seem to have. I mean, they have a bar in themselves to take time off, so clearly they're sentient in some fashion. So
Take away their booze.
yeah,
Like
take away
powered by booze.
take away the good. Take away the good time, and then they'll start revolting.
Look at these things. One of them, one of them looks like the Guardian that comes up later.
Yeah, in Super Sonic, the episode that doesn't feature Super Sonic, but that's another story.
Yeah, that's-
That guy looks like an executioner.
yeah.
Mm.
It's like a reject SWAT bot.
Yeah.
The executioner swap bot.
So tell me you did anything, Rotor. Please tell me it. Nothing?
I think he does figure out. Actually, later on, he does help him out with one thing. Because again, Rose was the one who had to pilot the rocket to get up here in the first place.
Sonic, why are you telling him anything? It should be the other way around because you were just you were buying time. Definitely one of my least favorite episodes, but I wanted to see more Rotor doing stuff.
I don't remember.
And
I
study
don't
him.
remember any of this, to be honest, because like I
Yeah,
said,
this is what I mean when I say this is such a blot in my brain. You know, looking back thinking, oh, this exists, doesn't it?
It's not very memorable. But... What's up, man?
I mean, I would argue this could be one of the worst episodes of season 1 to some degree. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever made, but it's like, compared to the rest of it, it's like such an oddity compared to the rest.
You literally just press the button. Press the button on yourself. Never mind. Use your tentacles
I mean, to
now.
be fair,
Press the button.
That's more of a fault of the robot having that as a design feature.
as wacky as they are, I do kind of think the designs are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fine. It's just, it just makes you think, like, this should be in a different show. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Rotor's just talking in space right now. Don't worry about it.
Again, the tradition of these guys can just breathe in space. It's totally fine. They're totally fine.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even think in this one and even Adventures they established that Sonic has any sort of aquaphobia. Or
Oh, no. He just swims.
Actually, when you get to the episode, the Under Mobius one, there's one scene where Sonic actually dives into water, which is a big no-no in terms of the canon of what Sonic's doing in water.
That's one thing that Sonic Underground got right. He was legit scared of water.
Well, they did have a lot about it, yeah.
Yeah, at that point.
But again, this is so early on. I think this is so early on in Sonic's popularity, they just probably didn't even know what it consider it.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, he's got water levels, so...
Yeah, the really creepy music to go.
Oh, look at that! Looks cool, man. Imagine a 3D model of the stealth bot
Of that ship. Yeah.
Did you call?
with that spotlight, looking for knothole.
Speaking of 3D models, one of these days I'm going to try and attempt to do a 3D version of this Robotnik.
Whoa, really?
Ooh, that bitch.
Like a figurine, even if it's just a figurine just to print out. I want to do it.
Oh,
That'd
that'd be so
be
cool.
something.
Really
Yeah.
get his rolls.
I mean,
Gotta get him right.
Funny enough, for Rejuice, someone did do a 3D Robotnik, a really cool 3D Robotnik. So that was quite a thing.
Just make sure to get all 7 of his chins.
All 7 of his chins, all 18 of his uvulas. No heart.
Oh yeah, that definitely. Yeah, yeah. When you get to
Yeah, this whole thing is just a like electrical hazard. They should be dead.
I think this is the first time we've seen the stream, like the interior of this ships, because again we've seen it quite a bit throughout the series.
We gotta keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Also,
In fact, we get to something.
I wonder if they
we
keep
get to
this
see,
thing.
like, I guess a command ship that Robotnik has, which is weird. As a kid, I always assumed all these ships were red. I just assumed that as a kid, and I realized, oh no, a lot of them are just bluey green.
yeah. I wonder if they keep this ship. That'd be nice.
No, I mean you'll see what happens to it near the end.
Well, don't tell me they crash its perfectly good
Actually-
ship.
Well, actually, no. To be fair, you never know. That thing could have like a tracking device.
Oh, that's true. I would, you know,
I mean,
like
to be fair, we
we're
did
all
say
my.
in Super Scrolls, I'm pretty sure Sonic crashed the Freedom Storm at the end of the episode. I'm pretty sure that's why we'll never see it again.
Oh,
Why
really?
didn't you just fly into Robotnik's fortress in Robotropolis?
Kamikaze into it. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure,
boy.
as if Sonic has to die in order to do it. He can just jump out. It's
Yeah.
that fast. Just using the whole noggin. Hedgehog.
Oh my
He can kill
goodness.
Snively as well. But then again,
Dude, how does Tails know? He should be like, oh my gosh, they found us! We're doomed!
Here we go.
Tails established as being a bit of a techie in this, like he is in the games, or not so.
No, he's more just he's just like the kid. He's like the little kid who's just living in this world type deal.
That was never established yet.
Yeah. Although, funny enough, there was a... Again, we're not talking much about this episode, but there was a deleted scene, I think it's in Droon Henge, where Sonic's actually training Tails as a thing, because that's something they wanted to do in the third season.
Oh, I love that.
Really...
Yeah.
What about your super magnet?
So here we go. This is the
this
is the
horseshit.
grandma.
My magnet!
To bring this to Earth, to bring this literally down to Mobius via a magnet.
It's not even that big. Look at that thing. That's just a shitty little.
I'm gonna bring down an entire
Well,
space
the thing is, like,
station.
how big? We spent a half our episode on this thing, and it's like it's got to be like the size of a mini moon, and it's like they bring it down. It's like, how is that not going to just completely nuke half the planet?
Yeah, or even just destroy the oceans of the world.
That's
And-
no
or even
moon.
just cause like a collision.
That's no moon. It's a space
Yeah.
station.
It's a
Again,
it's a Robotnik. It's too small to be a Robotnik.
It's very much the Transformer thing of like, you know, you never know how big or small any of those characters are. They seem to just mass shift depending on what the story
Holy
is.
crap. Dude,
Jesus.
how big was that thing actually? That was not to scale.
No, what I want to know is how dense was that magnet in order to have a propulsion that strong?
Yeah.
For its size.
Wait, what did he
Yeah, this
say?
is,
Hold on. What did he say?
Oh, this is.
I need to go
he's,
back. I need to go
Basically
back.
saying, you know, this is better listen because this is benefit to your health. He's threatening him again.
Yeah, hold on. Holy crap.
I mean, effectively, this is I'm going to break you in a minute if anything else
I
goes wrong.
might hurt you badly.
I'll sit on
You already,
Oh gosh.
I mean, you already did that. You already did that the other week.
Who are these
I
dudes?
know, but it's just how I get my kicks.
Wait, was that Vector? Vector the crocodile? Hey,
No, it
He's a
wasn't.
lizard
It was just
dude.
to get to.
who are these dudes?
So that red bird, that red.
Those are the other. Those are actually quite accurate to the games. Those are actually the animals you rescue in like first Sonic game.
I'm gonna say that skunk looks an awful like Sally actually, but background.
No, wait a minute. That's that skunk character who.
Hey, look, he's got
How
the
can I
movie
put this?
quills.
What did he do in the Archie?
I don't remember. Oh boy, I can't remember.
Was it like a-
probably don't want to remember.
Is
Something
it a
about taking
skunk
someone's
guy?
virginity or something.
Oh, Jeffrey St. John, that dude.
Yes.
The Pepe Le Pew of the Sonic universe.
I thought that was
It's
Antoine.
very.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh yeah, so this thing, this is a little experiment he's done for his due. So this is how we end the episode.
Oh yeah, good
Just
old
saws his head
humor
off.
again. Yeah,
No,
he just
watch.
dies.
Look at that.
Hangs him.
Gives him a full punk mohawk.
Punk mohawk. Now if he
Now
spun back-
now all
if
the
he
kids
did
laugh.
backflips- Oops. Ooh, wait. We want to pause.
Yeah,
that
I know,
before
it's all good.
But
I was going to say, like, it should have had the camera shaking at the end. It should have had the camera shaking. That
Yeah.
background image just at the end.
So yeah, I guess. I mean, Ben, it was your first time seeing that, somewhat.
yeah, it was. It was not what I was expecting after he. Because remember, the only bit I saw of this episode, I remember, was him launching into space, and that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see like an entire, cantina scene with like bug like Sonic Underground prototypes. And, and I mean, it's strange because I kind of thought it'd be a little bit more epic. Because think about it, Robotnik in space using a spy device. I don't know, just like
Pigs in space.
literally. Literally. You know, I mean, Robotnik's practically a pig anyway, so.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Or maybe there's a pig inside them, inside those robots. You know, never know.
But again, we said this before. It's funny how you think to yourself, "It's like, what's stopping him from just doing this all over again, just to get another Sky Spy out there just to check?" But it's like it's very much he's already ruined it once, so there's no point. We'll just find another way. So screw it.
The blueprint.
Still, why don't you just go? I don't know, go like President Reagan on their bass and just make a giant laser that fires down from space. Star Wars. You know.
There is. Well, funny enough, there is. We're probably not in this episode. There is an episode in which Antoine lures Robotnik in for a trap, but then it backfires, and then he uses the power ring to actually use a laser to guide onto Sonic's when he's running. Actually, that's a thing he does in the episode.
Oh yeah, I remember it was like, I did always consider roboticizing you, Hedgehog, but I've changed my mind.
Fine, that's a change.
Seeing Rocket packing heat was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the thing that I like in that episode is where he falls into trap. He goes, "You little fool! I am not the fuel. You are the fuel."
You are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, there's a lot of Antoine's saying things wrong throughout the series.
I think that might be the next one.
No,
it's Sonic's Nightmare. Warp Sonic is.
Warp Sonic. Yeah, we get a very Inspector Clouseau moment in that one.
Right.
Wait, we're not getting to Sonic's Nightmare already, are we? I thought that was the last episode.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Sonic Past Cool was the last one of the season.
Yes.
So we got we're gonna get through it, and we're actually gonna hit the first episode of season 2 today. So we're gonna get on to the next one, but the last redeeming quality that I like about that episode was I like some Sonic and Rotor action. They get to work together and get some stuff done. Rotor doing his brain thing, and Sonic, of course, he's the action.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They're good friends.
I would say definitely that Rotor is kind of like the everyman, like definitely the group. He's very much the, like you said, he's the tinkerer to help them out with whatever they need to do. And in fact, this episode, Sonic's Nightmare, he does give them a bit of a kit to help them out initially.
Yeah, he's a techie, basically.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, we're about to jump on in it.
Oh boy, this is my first introduction to the show. And
oh boy! All right, we're going way back then.
Quite an opening.
Alrighty, getting started with Sonic Nightmare. Let me turn this back on and
now. As you get this ready, now for the longest time I had this episode on a tape off their recording for years. This was the only episode I had, and this was the one I had the strongest memory of for a long time because, like I said, SATM basically disappeared from the UK once it was over, and then didn't come back until like 2007, I think it was, when Pop was showing it. So
that might have been.
So I had a very strong memory. This episode I had the strongest memory of because, like I said, it's the one I had on tape for the longest time, and I think I ended up taping over it with Wallace and Gromit the wrong trousers of all things. So, but hey,
Alrighty, we're gonna jump on in it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sonic.
Can I also ask the chat a question?
Go ahead.
You guys, when you first saw this episode, what was your initial reaction when you saw, not necessarily the episode, but the particular scene that's about to pop up?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that pose.
What was Sally referring to when he says, "Where were you?"
Where were you when the brains were being? When the brains?
Oh, she's just calling him dumb. It's like I think. Okay, so it's an important episode because it shows the insecurity of a very powerful character. He's able to do all this stuff, but he's still a kid trying to do the best he can, and he's afraid of failing. Like, it's real.
Yeah, this
human
is the thing.
part
Like,
of that.
Mechamuk's the thing. Like, stops him in his tracks. Right. This is like something that gets brought up a few times in the show. Yeah.
So it's like he is aware that he's not the smartest. So maybe that's a part of his nightmare. Like.
As soon as he gets hungry, he forgets all about it. Spoiler alert. Yeah, look at this. Like, holy crap.
To be fair, it's later on when we get back to this. Later on, there's actually that's where. Yeah, there's a very. Yeah.
What a hook to an episode, huh?
Yeah.
So this all comes about because of his cooking. That's basically how it happened.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you know, like, you ever had a hot chili and then go to bed?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I will say, I was rewatching this, and I will say Joel's performance sounds a little different in this one. Like, he sounds
A little
older.
bit. I do like...
on the verge of, like, his voice breaking a bit, do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe. I do really like this, these paintings here. They really went above and beyond here. I know you can't really see it on the stream, but if you look at the episode, this is a really nice shot of, like, Knothole in the morning that I definitely want to reference.
I do wonder, because it's never explained, like, what Knothole was originally for. Like, was this meant to be, like, a resort area for, like, people, or...
I always thought it was, like, the safe space, the safe spot for the royal family to retreat to in case of a siege.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
that's what I mean by that. A resort, like
so
it's like
hidden,
this natural.
you know?
It's just like a natural thing they built, and then once the coup happened, obviously they went there and they built the little huts next to it. So you know, it's become like their home effectively afterwards.
I think
and
it's
also I can see like from the sky. You know, those can actually make out just be like large flowers. So it's a good camouflage technique too.
Wow.
You know, considering it's relatively what's the word, futurist design. So not bad for what's essentially a barracks.
So what I heard about it too is that it's actually a really deep part of the forest. It's like inside of a cliff, like a big hole in the forest covered by trees.
Well, remember in the pilot they went down like a long chute in the tree, so it's like they're already in like things. So this is like another way they're hidden away.
A much deeper part of a forest, that's like covered by the land and the trees and. Even later on, they have an elevator to get up to the surface, like a pulley elevator to get up there. So it's pretty cool.
This is why Robotnik's never found it, because it's so within. It's like deep within the jungle that's hidden down, effectively a hole. So it's like it's that hard to find.
Yeah. Also, people are chatting, watching this episode. I thought Sally was actually got roboticized for a few minutes. Oh gosh,
That's coming later. That's coming later.
Yeah.
She's had so many close calls. Yep. She was in the roboticizer tube. For real. Knothole was
roboticizer as well.
Always a carefully guarded secret, as explained by Uncle Chuck when they went back in time. Oh, really? I'll have to.
Yeah, I think when we get to
put my
past, that is something that's brought up as well. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. I just thought I'd talk about this. It's a beautiful painting, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, the background artwork. Again, I know, like some of the background artwork, at least what we've seen officially in high res. There's some really, even Ben said, like the artists they plastered it everywhere around their offices. Just this amazing work that they had.
Yeah.
Guys, Nicole just intercepted one of Robotnik's.
Oh yeah,
this is in a certain.
If you watch Sonic Shorts, you know what this led into.
Yeah, a certain short.
That's all I'll say.
I know it's not good news.
I know. Like you know, you love it.
You know, you love it.
I'll be up now. Best shocking reveal of Eggman is Wonder.
Oh no!
Oh, that gag.
So what's going
actually
on
everything I know is about.
Wait, hold on. Let me just. It's a plot point. Let me hear what the message is.
Cole, replay intercepted transmission. Replaying, Sally.
Attention, SWAT Pod Unit 1. Prepare chemical payload for cloud seeding. Rendezvous with Cloudburster on island of Nimbus. Precisely 1200 hours. Coordinates to follow.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to do some kind of weather manipulation conspiracy.
Actually, if you really think about it, this is also kind of an indication of what he did originally. Because remember in Blast of the Past.
Oh, they might be pulling from that. Yep.
Yeah. So in a way, you were talking about how he doesn't just repeat actions. He is kind of doing. He's kind of doing that. There.
He's doing it in a different way.
Location.
Yeah.
Using acid rain and stuff to.
But now what they don't know is that now the freedom fighters are starting to listen in on his frequencies.
His info. Yeah.
So now we're starting. You see, there's a little bit of progression here. Now we're starting to be more aware of what Robotnik's actually doing. Oh, I like this little human moment. Cluttered.
Yeah, look at all
closet.
In the closet.
All that teetering crockery.
It's not that bad.
I thought my closet was a
Don't understand what I'm referencing.
Yeah, I do.
Rhoda, the country's running out all over the stash.
Dear. Well, that's used a lot in Adventures, that we're waiting. I do find it funny that became more of a catchphrase in Adventures than the show.
Oh my goodness, here we go. I never understood how this worked as a kid.
What?
There is a model sheet of Antoine sticking his head out of that suit somewhere that was online years ago.
Even comes with voice changing.
Yeah, a voice modulator.
It's the Darth Vader helmet I had as a kid.
I had one too. And it never bloody worked. I actually had a Dalek one as well.
Oh yeah, here we go, where they're just able to stretch their body to fit the robot.
I mean, unless there's like
Built.
some pulley system, unless there's like pulley systems in the suit that makes them do this stuff, I don't know.
I think it's just stills.
Yeah,
You know, they're able
I'm
to
smart for, like,
oppose
the
their
hands and
fingers
stuff,
and
like-
everything. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, they have to be because Antoine's able to shake his legs in this, so it's like even his cowardness comes through the body.
This is gonna be so confusing for new watchers. Like, why are they acting so human?
Seriously?
Go see what
Oh, yeah,
that
Snively's
smoke's
out there,
about.
See what that smoke
Yeah.
is about.
We have to stop and we have to check.
I mean, you would if you got a giant, basically metal blimp full of stuff. I mean, you don't want to take chances, do you?
Yeah.
Pity they don't just use laser cannons, because they're in an ideal spot for guerrilla warfare. You can just blast the damn thing. I don't know, I've watched too many war
Dang,
documentaries.
Antoine can't even open it with the SWAT bot armor suit.
I mean,
That's
the
sad.
Fat Bunny can do it. I mean, she's already got a robotic arm anyway, so.
And also, to be fair, that stuff looks heavy.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I
yeah,
don't know
it
how
would
heavy
be.
SWAT-bot armor is.
There's something else I noticed about this episode.
Ah! It's so
I know,
weird
like, the
looking.
head. Yeah. I noticed later on, I think a lot of shots with Sally in this is like her eye colors is a bit wrong, like the highlight in her eyes get mismatched. And I don't know if it's the beginning, I think it might be the beginning of the animation getting a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Particularly when you get to season 2, it gets very inconsistent.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But yeah, and again, I'm not saying it's bad here, but it's like I think it's the beginning of it maybe popping up a little bit.
That looks really good. Like all the drawings of these SWAT bots.
Whoa,
They paid a
that
lot of
thing we saw
attention.
Antoine's teeth there.
Yeah, no. I do like this line.
I sure do hate when this happens.
Just like, yep, this happens to us a
And
lot.
they're like, why did we bring Antoine again? He literally messes up every single mission.
What, couldn't Rota fit inside these? I mean,
Surely.
He's got
I-
a big. That's what I mean. Mismatched
He's the
eye
best
color.
fit.
In.
Intruders, sir.
Intruders.
Snively found out he won, caught the princess.
The little satisfaction he can get, this little man, because he doesn't have a very happy life. Let's be fair.
wait, look, Sally's got like pupils in that shot.
I was gonna say both her and Bunny, like the highlight, the little whites in their eyes are black.
Hey, look, it's chemical plant. I mean, oil ocean zone. I mean,
Right,
Yeah, for
Sonic,
some
all you
yeah.
need to do is just put like a lit match in there, and then
No, I had. Again, my memory
you've seen
of
you've
this
seen the
episode,
Super Game
so
Runners, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that my memory of this episode as well is him being in that tube for a long time. Like, I don't know, it's just that's a set piece. It just always that was my other memory of this episode.
yeah, man, these set pieces are so cool.
It takes me back to one project I had when I had to do design like in sci-fi interior, and all I remember is just pipes.
More pipes.
Oh, yeah, and more pipes.
Lots of cylinders and toruses. I love it.
Oh yes.
I mean, you know it's industrial when you got that stuff on. That's the best way to show it off.
Tubes.
This was Antoine's.
How do you know that?
Yeah, how can you tell? Does it have a label on
It
it?
smells like it. It's his
either that or the
perfume.
smell, actually, there is an episode later on where Tails tracks down Antoine by his fragrance. So,
What his perfume? Or
Oh, here we go. My
his
favorite
sweat?
entrance. Here we go. Hold on.
yeah. I do love it. This is a great way how Robotnik enters the
Oh,
episode.
here we go.
Yeah.
My, such a challenging tone.
This is really cool.
Hardly appropriate for a princess. Not to mention the slander of poor Cluck species. Where is the hedgehog?
In your dream, Doctor.
Oh, he's so good. Jim Cummings, the GOAT.
Jim Cummings, yeah.
He'll be alone.
Something else I noticed, actually in this moment, because he's outside, like, he doesn't have, like, the echoey effect. This is something else I've noticed. In Season 1, a lot of times he talks, he's got, like, an echo effect, and
Yeah.
seems to be because he's in, like, big metal areas. Then you get to Season 2, they just drop that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Recheck all
It's a weird thing, because, like, now he's got it here, because he's inside this blimp, but I just always find it funny, because sometimes it seems to be when he's in big echoey metallic areas, and then sometimes when he's outside he still has it. It's like, they didn't know, like, does he just naturally have it, or, yeah.
I'd always assumed he just like because he has like no heart. Maybe just like this, just the respirator. That's caused
Well, he has a metallic heart. He references got a cold metallic heart, apparently.
yeah, like surely that could cause him to have like almost a Vader-esque sort of
Voice.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Welcome, hedgehog. You're right on time. Get ready, Snively.
Oh, the little pinky out.
Manners, Snively. Manners.
Sorry, this isn't Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
You remember the special stages in that game?
Yeah, they were pipes as well. So,
And there were crap controls.
Man, what is this used for, man?
but this is just like a cool set piece. For the
Yeah.
episode.
Maybe this is them trying to reference the half pipe in Sonic 2. You know, especially.
Maybe.
Bro is hopping.
Literally heat-seeking orb.
There we go. He's good with water.
There we go. Like I said, he's perfectly okay in water in this continuity.
It's lucky that's water and not oil.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would be ignited.
Yeah, he does get covered in muck later on.
Ugh.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the whole thing.
Well, it did have a ball of flame going through the tube, so I guess that didn't help.
We just melted the steel inside.
Oh, look at this shit, man.
I hope
Yeah.
the great hedgehog would be
Now, actually, here's the thing. You see they're holding cannons, right? Just keep watching, because
They switch.
in a few scenes, they just disappear magically for whatever reason.
I love his microphone, by the way. It's just
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's like
singing some
first base, yeah.
karaoke, I was gonna say.
check out my karaoke skills, Snively.
So there we go. We got this bit of him pretending to be stuck, and then look at the swap bots in the next shot. Like, look.
What?
It's like, why did they? Why
I
did
love
they
that
drop?
bit where he just. I love that bit where he just
Yeah.
does the spin attack at last.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's like the games.
Forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
Watch that first step.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's like the end of the level.
Touch the bar.
Yeah, now you can do press the
Got a
button on
little-
You gotta
Yeah,
hit the
capsule.
spring.
Got a
You
little
gotta hit the
capsule now.
spring on the top.
Knocking y'all on your little sugar hop behind. Besides, you're not the important thing right now.
Bunny, are you
Oh, this
coming on to
reference
me?
fans on.
I was thinking not to disagree with you, my
I don't get it. What triggers like Sonic's
Don't stop robots.
PTSD?
We'll all be swimming in
I mean,
acid
I know that
I
PTSD
gotta
can
wait
be
for
triggered
the-
by multiple ways, but
I'm gonna wait for the cues.
Yeah.
let's have a look. wanna
I mean,
watch this
sometimes it happens. Like, I mean, it's not like a scientific thing. Like, sometimes it can be triggered by mundane things or just a memory sparking in your head. Because I know
I
in Iron Man 3 they have the thing of like Tony having like panic attacks and something, because it's like of all the experience he's had, you know, it's like I'm surprised anybody wouldn't have a panic attack.
True.
That blimpo's gonna jump.
Okay, so I think it's when he has, because the first time it was just a regular old nightmare. Now he's dealing with time. He's got a time limit.
Yeah,
He's got to stop the blimp, but he's also got to save his friends there.
yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I've
Yep.
just.
I do
oh, wait,
wonder
I've just-
how they. Yeah, I mean,
just-
this moment.
Yeah,
I
like-
remember this was burned into my head for a long time. This scene.
What the heck is eating that hunky little hedgehog? He looks like he's seen a ghost.
He seems to be daydreaming. We have to snap him out of it.
Give him the power ring.
Yeah, I've actually just listened to Anne's one.
Uncivilized pincushion, will you?
Yeah.
Uncivilized
Wait.
pincushion.
Oh, I'll tell you after we see the full sequence. But
Yeah.
I had a really good psychological theory.
Damn, what? Like, we don't see Sonic like
Now
this
this
ever.
thing here, it's like it's kind of going back and forth between him hearing Sally in his head, and then Sally actually speaking to him now.
Here it comes, chat.
Yeah, this traumatized a bunch of kids back in the day.
Like me.
Ah,
Triggered.
Yeah, look at this bit. Yeah,
What happened to her eyes? It's sort of like weird.
it's also the fact she screams with that metallic voice. That's like, oh, that's it. That's
Kind
it.
of hurts the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Christ, I mean, this is one of the first cases of seeing like a depiction of PTSD in a kid's production.
I don't know. It's
But anyway, the theory I had earlier was that maybe it's triggered because I was talking about earlier how that seeding thing was used pretty much at the start of this whole war. When in Blast of the Past.
Yeah.
Maybe seeing that again, and also the fact he had a nightmare the night before.
Oh, you
kind of
saw
combined together and cause like the triggering of memories.
When we go,
Seeding.
so when we go to Blast of the Past, we will see that Sonic, as a 5-year-old, saw Uncle Chuck get roboticized
well, he
in front
did
of
use
him.
it. Yeah, he saw his own uncle. Yeah, he's got.
As a kid, like that's burned into your head, right?
Yeah.
And combined with the failure of the possibility of failure.
Well,
that
the
he's
fact he
afraid
couldn't
of.
do anything as a little kid, that was the thing. He couldn't do anything. Yeah.
But he's still a kid,
I would love to see.
I do like this. Like he stops to like go.
Oh yeah, Dig Dug mode.
It's just this
It's
little
Dig Dug.
Sonic Colors before Sonic Colors.
Yeah.
It's like Metropolis Zone. Wow.
It appears that your foolish war against me is finally lost, princess.
Wait, did I say Metropolis? I meant Megapolis. Sorry.
I mean, there's many
fan.
zones in the Sonic Continuum,
Change our course.
I don't like
There
that
we go.
sound.
I think there was a bit where he said commence seeding. It's like, you don't want to hear that word coming out of that guy's mouth.
No, after, especially talking about his cockle straight after. It's like, no. Don't go seeding with my cockle, Snively.
Very droll, sir. Gross.
We found, she's she's cheering because we found oil.
We're gonna be rich. No, if do just send it to a local authority.
I told you. Yeah, I told you it's sort of
Man, she does belong here in Texas, man.
Oh yeah, fracking.
Oh yeah.
Fracking.
I do.
That's what she called
I
it.
do find it. I find it funny, like in this universe, like whatever's happened to humanity, like somehow both the English, Texan, and French accent just continues on. Like that somehow has continued on regardless.
Because it's the best.
I just find it funny. Like it's no explanation. It's just it's just a thing.
I wonder if Mobius has a north. Like a northern.
Oh, it will
north.
have a north. Well, again, one idea was this is meant to be the Earth long after something happened, but yeah, this is the.
Oh,
I remember
wait.
that pod. I always thought that was the color of all the.
Hey, I
the
didn't know it
stealth
did
bots
that.
in this show.
Device. Christ.
I do believe Robotnik has finally bought the
Whoa, okay, so I didn't know they thought he was dead here too.
Yeah, it's 2 times they fake out his death. Oh, this shows just how.
Oh, right,
this
right.
is a
Here we go.
character
This, important.
And this was in another Sonic Shorts later on. A particular.
Yeah, well,
Right.
they redid the drawing. Yeah, but he's just willing to give it all up just to get him.
Yeah, but Snively's
Look
more
at that,
careful.
his teeth.
Yeah. He's just so willing to just get rid of him and just happy to kill himself. Yeah.
Why won't this damn thing work?
Yeah.
You're not
Well,
supposed
Yeah,
to
but I
go.
love it. Here's where they.
Here we go.
This is where they collide, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, one is more bent on hate, the other is more calculating.
He's toast. Now, how do I get you?
Anyways, it's not like he's the one who we're trying to defeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's dead. Anyways, what are we having for dinner?
Yes.
Chili dogs, right? Chili dogs? Yeah. Chili dogs.
Looks like I'm dreaming again tonight.
Here we go. This last minute.
Sonic, I guess it's the generator causing reaction that's under the ground.
Right, we should hurry.
I will say there's some good animation coming up here with them using the ring. There's some nice little like.
Oh yeah, I love how
with their hair coming up.
It like sparks. Oh yeah, after that.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Oh, she had gloves there for a second.
He had gloves there for a second. That's how we go.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Here we go.
But here we go.
Sally uses power ring. Confirmed.
Well, at least she uses it on these things. So.
This is normal for me. It's not that bad. Come on.
No, you guys are lightweights.
Now the other thing about this is that they drain the power of these bars, but also like the rest of the top end of this prison like disappears. Like watch this coming up. Like it disappears.
Why?
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Unless it disintegrated.
Speaking of disintegration, what happened to his cheek there?
Yeah. I love the fact she's the one to point out, thinking, "Yeah, we're about to drown, guys. Hurry up."
Oh, here we go. Look how this thing sparks.
Look at Antoine's right at the back. Like,
yeah, here we go.
Look at that.
You can't do anything, man.
That
looks good.
We can fucking
Look at that animation, man. Look at the water.
I mean, he's the one with the swimming phobia. That's in the scene of this.
Good.
Well, then again, what phobia does Antoine not have? Let's be real.
Himself. I think that's the only thing he's not afraid of himself.
No, he loves himself.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why he's not afraid of himself. Yeah.
I wish I knew, Sonic. I wish I knew.
Dang. Again, like, such good paintings. Like, we've seen more of Knothole here than we have in the whole show so far.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Everyone's favorite moment.
I mean, they weren't... Well, it's funny because, again, you said the animation studio was Italian, right, for this series? So, here we go. This entire business. All this...
Oh my gosh, man. Chill out.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Good episode.
Memories repressed.
Yes.
Good episode. Man, so yeah, lots of good things about it. I love the backgrounds. We got to see a unique place, that oil rig
Unique setting,
place.
yeah.
Always love seeing that. We had... Well, basically everyone was involved. Wait, Rotor wasn't there, was he?
No, he was.
Well,
he
remember, he's
handed out the
he gives the
devices.
suits. He gives the suits out to begin with, yeah.
Oh, right, but he didn't go with them. Okay.
He didn't go with them, no. Well,
right.
I'm presuming that he's looking after Tails because, he's still scared out of his mind after seeing Sally with a swap her head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably hanging with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe pushing out a techie. That's how he gets tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I again, like, the big part about this is exploring Sonic's insecurity about failing, and I think that's such a human quality that you will never see him with these days. What makes him very relatable. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, especially given how I would definitely say movie Sonic definitely messes up. Like, he's definitely fallible. He's got his faults, but this was, especially back in the day, like this was giving Sonic a phobia or something. In fact, I remember in the UK comics, there's a whole thing where they're in a cave full of like the worst dreams, and he's like covered in like spider webs and stuff, and just the panels they show off of that, just the terror of that was just like, wow, this is oof, this is something.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like, as a guy who said this is the first episode I ever saw of the show, like, it was just all those singular scenes, the nightmare sequences, and the stakes just for this show is pretty, is like Batman level hardcore, and I just thought like I need to know more about this.
I find it funny I find it funny because when this was on, like, again, especially in the circulation, you had Batman the Animated Series, you had Spider-Man the Animated Series, and to some extent, I think Batman TAS is probably a better show. I mean, I'm not gonna. It's a better show, but I think in the continuum, this is leaning much more into that direction in terms of like we want to take the characters and the storytelling seriously, even though we're dealing with cartoony animals. Like, it doesn't matter. We will still take it as serious as we can in terms of what they're going through.
Yeah. I love that this, it doesn't just tell of what they could lose, it actually showed what was at stake. You know, like we saw Sally getting roboticized.
Which is like the worst case scenario.
It visualized
your main leader.
Yeah.
And screaming in pain as well at one point.
Yeah, like that's the thing. This roboticizer, it hurts, man. And I imagine so. Like, my little headcanon of how the roboticizer works, I'll be quick about it, is that it's like an AI system that it's actually analyzing the anatomy in your body and then finding the most efficient way to rebuild those structures to make the body do the same thing. And then as it creates that material around you, it's literally burning away what you are. You know, it's burning away your cells and then turning it into,
machine.
Machine.
In fact, it's funny you should say that, because I know in the more recent Sonic comics, they have something called like a robo-virus, which basically spreads and
that was a whole arc. Yeah, they had. It's basically let's do a zombie outbreak, but how do we do twist on it? So it's a metal virus that sort of turns them into this.
Yeah, like something similar along those lines. Only probably in this case more primitive, considering how bulky and robust robots are in this universe. So more primitive, more painful.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like more than the rest. This shows like the danger in which they're facing.
And as you said, that bit with Robotnik as well, like the fact that it's showing just how far he's willing to go just to stop Sonic, like the sort
the ambition. He almost destroyed themselves.
I definitely say in season 2, it's like it's becoming more of an obsession for him.
Yep.
To stop Sonic in some ways.
Not to mention, a lot of it was all done, without much dialogue. Like there's plenty of action and there's a lot of just scenes of, like it just allows it to play a lot. And they don't explain a lot; they show a lot.
Right.
But this is probably my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, I think mine too. It's good. It's great moments, man. Robotnik's his entrance. Man, this is definitely the best one so far, I would say.
Definitely the darkest. I think.
Yeah. But with that being said, I think the next one is Warp Sonic. Another really good one. For many reasons. We're starting to expand the world of this cartoon.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I think this is the first episode that sets up the idea. There are other groups out there that we haven't seen in the world.
Yeah. So, here it goes.
Yeah. We'll just do that. Yeah.
Nice way to nice shot to freeze on.
Nice still.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. So here we go.
Warp Sonic, written by Matt.
I just noticed these 3 episodes have different writers. They're not like Lee Jensen or Pat Lee or Ben Hurst, who are like kind of the main writers. These are like one-offs. A lot of these episodes.
Sort of get more streamlined in season 2. He became a big part of it then.
Yeah. But again, it's like for one-off writing episodes. I mean, they seem to do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It is your fungus.
You mean humongous?
Yeah. Again, this is.
You mean Among Us, right?
Yeah. This is what I mean by Inspector Clouseau. This is what I mean with Inspector Clouseau, because in the Pink Panther movies, it was very much he would say something like, "Do you have a room? A room? Yes, a room. Oh, you mean a room? That is what I said. You silly person."
This is going to sound really immature, but Hugh Fungus sounds like his porn name.
Oh
gosh.
Yeah, I'm the baby of the group, by the way. So I can sort of get away with it, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually,
hey, wait! Those make a return in the second season towards the end. Those goggles,
like stick around for a bit. Yeah.
You could see she could see
like
all the lasers
they have.
A little moose, no. But a hedgehog, no problem. Where there's a hedgehog,
Good.
there's a way.
Alright, man. I'm the
So yeah, this
best.
whole sequence where basically Nicole builds like digitize like each of the blocks for Sonic to go through, which is a very gamey thing to do.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you'll see it in a few minutes.
Nicole, boot up holographic overlay. Proceeding, Sally. Overlay complete.
I mean, I'm always surprised of how much Nicole's able to do. Like, again, this is very much I wouldn't say
That's
she's
really
like
cool,
a
actually. She's connected to those goggles, man. Wait.
Yeah. She's putting.
are they?
Oh yeah, this little back and forth.
Sorry, I asked.
I do wonder what he was going to say. What did
These
Bears
quills
What did he
do.
say?
Okay, this doesn't look like security, and more just a kid's fun house.
Yeah, I don't know why they gave it an airbrush gradient.
Like, bring on the wall!
Yeah.
And I think Nick's the only one who's going to get that.
Yeah. Oh god, that's going to make it serious anyway. That
Why
game,
does
yeah.
the Antoine look like that on the side? He's the biggest forehead I've ever seen.
Whoa, is that a DVD?
No, it's a mini disc.
It's
the
Sonic
90s guys,
CD.
remember?
CD-ROM.
Yeah, mini disc
Interactive
technology.
CD-ROM.
Oh, there we go.
Let's say this humongous thing looks quite cool in terms of design.
Yeah. It's basically a giant processing machine, effectively.
Yeah.
Oh, this whole bit here, this is quite good. This them escaping through these 3 tunnels and the whole particularly Sonic and Sally's back and forth is pretty good.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen this in forever.
Here we go. This bit.
Forget about going right. You meant left, right? I knew that. We got the hedgehog guy.
I knew that.
You didn't mean left, right? You meant middle.
You mean middle?
Actually, that door just kind of looked like the escape pod from Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, who wasn't?
A lot of this.
At this point.
Very true, very true.
There's something about this episode actually I found out is in
Hey,
Robotnik
that's-
never makes an appearance in this
Speaking
whole
of
thing.
speaking of Star Wars,
Yes. Thank you.
there was, oh gosh!
Oh, here's this lad.
I'm Sally.
He's nude.
Sonic.
Oh, there he
Yeah,
is.
shit, yeah. Put a coat on it.
He's got the whole backwards legs and everything.
He's bothering.
I was gonna say that little hatch was exactly like from the the garbage chute from Star Wars.
Mm.
Oh my gosh!
No, I
I'm
do have a
so
little-
glad. I'm so glad I redesigned this guy.
Yeah, I gotta say, like he's definitely got he's got quite a big mouth, this lad. And
Oh, he's
definitely,
aged. He's so 90s.
yeah.
We've heard about you guys.
But yeah, this is the first time they encounter a group that isn't from Knothole, effectively.
Different freedom fighter group. Yep.
Yeah.
World expansion.
Now I do have a bit of a bugbear. Now coming up, this little thing he rides in, I have a bit of a bugbear of like how deep this thing is, because in a few shots it seems to be really deep. They're able to fit in it, and sometimes the heads are sticking out for whatever reason.
I mean, are they going down or straight at this point? They might have done a 90 somewhere.
Yes.
Just to all.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There's a warp zone up ahead.
Don't worry, Antoine.
How do you know my name?
We've only met each other for about a few minutes.
Good question.
Yes. Robotnik created them as tunneling.
Okay, that looks like more like Star Trek. Shot.
Okay, hold on. Wait, there's some lore here.
Yeah, here we go.
Yes. Robotnik created them as tunneling racks years ago, then abandoned them. Now, they run wild in here. The
Oh.
rats are all dangerous, but there's one in particular. You see, he's a mutant, and he's much bigger than the others.
How is it
Not
a
gonna do
mutant
that
when
red
he's
dwarf
created?
egg thing, are they?
No.
Huh.
Again, chat, if you know what Red Dwarf is, good on you.
Lower Mobius freedom
Yeah.
fighters.
But yeah, this under Mobius. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
here it
the
is.
home.
Bringing this thing back. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And that guy, too.
You know what I mean?
What even is he?
I think he's a warthog. I think he's a warthog, but yeah. And he's definitely, because like, he salutes here. And this is clearly something Antoine knows.
Yo!
Like,
Wait, hold on! That's a detail I never noticed. Hold on, let me hear them.
Yeah, look. So.
I mean, we could. I know it's probably not anything, but we could probably make that the official salute. Just kind of make that
I mean,
a
he's
thing.
part of the Royal Guard, so I guess it's something.
Yeah, he looks like he was a part of it. That's a cool little connection.
Yeah, I was going to say like the design of this, like this looks more like probably what Mobius was back in the old days. This is more like the vision of what their world was.
Sort of
chili
Greek
dog
style architecture. And
Well, when you get to Blast of the Past, you'll see, but it visually looks more like
Yo,
the world was before.
This
the world
dude
got screwed.
Yeah, it's like the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a shonen character, bro. He's an anime shonen character. Look at this.
When you
He's
adapt
like,
to Slump,
are you gonna really eat all 12 of these chili dogs? He's like, nah, this is just a snack. I'll do some real munching later.
I mean, there's one thing if we could definitely say that one thing the Geek Shows have done is made Sonic's love for chili dogs canon. This is a thing that has been put into the games since then.
I'll let him have one.
Well, actually, no. The chili dogs were actually added to the character bios of like in the games in Japanese.
I know, but in terms of like they're now just a thing like in the game's reference that this is his favorite food in general, like adding cutscenes or in game stuff.
However, it wouldn't be until like the films where they get like Knuckles' love for grapes and
Imagine doing those in 3D.
Oh yeah, look at these lads.
Oh hell yeah.
But yeah, look at this now. Like their heads like sticking out the top of this thing. Like there's barely any room for them to put it down.
Yeah.
So it's like,
is it a different one though? Maybe it's a different.
It's just a convertible.
No, it should be the same one because it's again this is the same one that's having the gear shift problem with.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I mean. Is like it just seems inconsistent. Like how deep is that ship meant to be for them to sit in? Because either there's enough room for them to sit in entirely, or they're just sticking their heads out.
That was a cool front flip animation.
Again, if I notice there's a weird animation error, I'm going to tell you. That's part of my job in these streams. Yeah, these rats. It's funny because they mentioned the big one's a mutant, which is just again a robot could be a mutant. Okay.
Yeah, like that doesn't make any sense. Less than a cyborg.
Yeah.
And it's little things like that. If I were to reboot this thing, we would have to just omit that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean that thing. I mean that's meant to be the big one.
It's just a bigger version. It's not a mutant. It's just a bigger model.
This is what I mean. Is like, yeah.
Griff, are you scared? You think it's a
unless
mutant?
mutant means something different in their universe.
What did the heat?
Hey, look, a green power ring. Oh, here we go. It begins.
Yeah, this is quite important. We get a bit of info dump about how this works.
Very nice.
Sonic, that was absolutely incredible. How does this power ring work?
Only my Uncle Chuck knows for sure. He made them for me before he was captured and roboticized.
Before!
I mean, there's more than one.
Yes, we receive a new
So it's gotta be remember we talked about this before.
We did, yeah.
So much condensed
Could it,
energy.
Wait, hold on.
I'm still convinced on the Chaos Emerald theory. Like
Yo.
that's where the rings
Yeah,
come
well,
Let me hear you
funny 'cause
sing.
again with like when we get into because later on, like we actually see what the thing's made of. Actually, later on.
Yeah.
from. Nice derpy shot to.
So that's quite a phrase.
Oops. Yeah.
Oh, look at the architecture too, man. Yeah, it is kind of what you said, huh? It's like Robotropolis. Definitely the same architecture.
Yeah, it's very much like this is what the
Very
world was
Greek.
before it all went to shit, basically.
Yeah. Oh man, let me see.
Never seen so much condensed energy. Can I see it?
Sure.
And there's okay, so I know they probably didn't have. Maybe they did, and they just didn't talk about it. But most likely, they didn't mean for this to have a narrative reason of why they did this effect. Why do they put so much effort in making it like not glow anymore as soon as he holds it? It's like he doesn't react to it at all, or it doesn't react to him. So as soon as he takes it,
Can I see it?
Sure.
Yeah.
it stops glowing.
But you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we got to figure out what these rings are actually made for. Yeah, Sonic uses it to power.
I mean,
up.
we know they seem to have a one-time use. That seems to be the thing. Is like you can only use them once for like either a burst of speed or energy, or in I mean, what we saw in the last episode, they used it to power it up to just to basically turn off the prison, and then they were able to use it to get away from the island sinking.
It's it's a source of power, but it's like, why did Chuck make it for Sonic? Now I think it has to do with him being able to do the abilities that he has. Like my immediate thought is like similar to Shadow having the inhibitor rings or whatever.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it a way for him to burn off energy? But that can't be, because I mean, does that mean he can't live without them, or he like explodes or something? I don't know.
No, I'm pretty. Like I said, I think it's just an extra boost to his own natural abilities. That seems to be because again, like in season 2, they kind of give it like a power transformation as well when he uses it.
Yeah,
that raises the obvious question: like, how the hell did Sonic get so super speedy? I mean, obviously his Uncle Chuck can't do super speed.
Right, so I had a crazy idea for that. So I guess I'll go into this tangent a little bit before continuing on.
Yeah, if you guys are still watching this live on elsewhere, you probably want to pause it whilst we're doing this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
also, it's also probably handy to... I don't know. I'm saying this now. It could be spoilers for Act 2. Just heads up. You may want to hear this. So the idea is that, had an idea to explore the origin of his power. Like, he wasn't born with it. It was from some kind of accident in Chuck's lab when he was like a baby or something, crawling around and getting into things he shouldn't because he's adventurous, right? And Chuck's not
something similar to like the Fleetway origins.
In a way, yeah. It's like the Western.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like the Western origin of Sonic, right? Because it kind of ties into where this cartoon comes from. It's like, why does Sonic have the ability and Chuck doesn't? Well, it has to be an external reason for it that we never saw, that wasn't really important at the time. It's still not super important, but it's interesting to go into like possibly where it came from as a means to tie in different things, like the origin of the power rings. Like, why do they exist? Well, Sonic says that they were created for him before he was roboticized, which would have been during the coup. So, like, it had to... So Sonic, we saw him with the powers. He was blue, had the powers. Before Robotnik took over. So it had to have been something that happened when he was like a toddler, at the very least.
Unless he also found out about the rings, between, the coup and here now. Like, I don't know, mentioning like he started destroying, you mentioned in like one episode, Sonic started destroying like, swap bots and all that when he was 10. So, maybe when he was 10, he maybe made the discovery that, that his grandfather, his uncle told him, not technically posthumously, I guess that's the case. I mean, not really posthumously. He's still alive, just roboticized.
Yeah.
Well, I did say last stream that it could be that Sonic is just assuming that it was made specifically for him because of what he uses it for. Yeah. And I did say before that it could be just an external power source, but again, why does it?
The thing is, we see in this episode, like it's based in Knot Hole, like it's actually in a river where the rings come out every 12 hours. So it's like
from a machine.
Clearly put it there presumably before all of this happened. So maybe that was something else he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? He probably... Oh, okay, here's the idea. This is cool.
All right.
Okay, go on.
Chat probably wants to listen to this. So it probably was made specifically for him to take down dorks like Robotnik, as Sonic says. So how about this? What if Chuck suspected this coup was happening because of the weird inner workings that were going on leading up to the coup, right? He started picking up on things, seeing that Sonic had his power. He probably had hope that he would one day turn the tides if things went bad. So to help him out, he went ahead and placed this generator in Knothole. Oh, dude. And that shows that he probably saw all this coming.
I mean, if it works, it backs up your theory. You know, Julian stole, his
definitely have to
part side of the past.
When we get to, like I said, we definitely got to get to Blast of the Past, because again, like I said, that sort of also sheds light about what Chuck was doing at the time, and also the business with the roboticizer and stuff.
He did seem really surprised by what was going on. But I guess you could say that he reacted that way because he didn't think it would be that bad, right? Like, he probably saw something coming. This is us just trying to piece everything together. This is why I love doing these streams. So I love talking about it. I'll go ahead and continue the episode because this is a really good one too.
You can play again, guys.
But this is what we're here to do. It's so much fun. Here we go.
Listen, I have some unfinished business. Catch you later.
Fantastic.
The gears turning in his head.
Where's his chili dogs? Hey, there we go. Please,
there he goes, and
let him have his dog, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dog, damn it!
It's one distraction after another.
I doubt it'll last another 24 hours, Griff. We have to do something. The freedom fighters have an incredible energy source, but they're very protective of it. This calls for drastic measures. Can they help us? I don't know yet if we can trust them.
All you gotta do is ask and talk.
He always looks like he's smiling, even when he's like grimacing.
I know.
Really? Shut up,
Like
Antoine, and let me
not one
eat.
thing, it's another. It's always getting in the way.
Stop dog blocking me, Antoine.
It's getting cold, man.
Say what?
No, this bit coming up here, this whole business. I know one thing Ben talked about for a third season, that he wanted like to be a love triangle between Sonic, Sally, and another character. This is kind of like a microcosm, effectively, of this, in a sense. Like,
I mean,
like some.
I know in the comics there's like love triangles abundant. With
Comics love love triangles.
Bro, you literally just... What are you doing? How is she...
Again, it's like, this is the best plant they can get, is like these mushroom things. This is what counts as flowers in their world.
I also understand that people...
Probably just
people hate this moment because this is not how Sally would act at all. Like, this is surprisingly out of character.
There's quite a good bit where it mentions the reaction of, like, thinking later on, you'll see in a few minutes.
Shut up!
Oh, coming up, look at the brow. Look at that.
Right. Sonic, if you rip any harder, you're going to end up...
Oh, 90s Riz goes crazy.
Here we go, this is the increaser bit.
I mean, that's how bad Antoine is. He's not getting sloppy seconds, he's getting like sloppy thirds. I didn't even think that was even a thing.
This is what they said.
Yep. I hope so.
Excuse me while I chuck my chili.
You never had your chili!
No, your palm insulates itself.
Well, it is much more romantic than your stupid...
Oh, piss already.
You're aware I can literally saw you in half right now.
I care. He saved our lives, and I think you owe him an apology.
I'm supposed to apologize to him
Here we
for
go,
trying
this
to
bit.
steal my girl?
I am not your girl.
Christ, there's no subtlety.
I mean, this is really...
I mean, I don't blame him. They've been together for...
the women at this point, so like, he really doesn't...
I don't blame him, man. He's been saving her life. She's been so thankful. She's been wanting it. She's been wanting him. Last episode.
But this is what I mean. There's always been this thing with a relationship. It's always between kind of that they've known each other since childhood. They're kind of best friends, but they kind of be jealous rivals at times. You know, it's always back and forth with them over the years.
Yeah. So don't get peeved when he does that, Sal. Why don't you use your brain?
It's probably meaning someone who isn't as childish as Sonic, so maybe that's why she's kind of smitten with this dude. It's like, oh good, someone's on my level now. How about that?
On the other hand, she might also be trying to. Oh, never mind. I was going to say.
Yeah, there we go.
still a front, like to try.
There we go.
Because usually,
I mean, she may be the leader. She may be the leader of this group of freedom fighters, but she's still a woman. She still needs her needs.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled the plug on my vehicle, and now it's magically not working anymore. Can I stay the night? Looks like I can't go anywhere.
Stay the night. I mean, you didn't lead on or anything.
What's the equivalent of him just saying, "Oh no, I lost my keys," but they're in your hand. Oh, no, they're not.
I don't know. I think I left them in your room.
Mondo on cool.
Oh, dude.
Way past fucked up, dude. By the way, are you okay to swear on this chat, or would you rather?
I'd keep it down.
Sorry, children.
Wait, what?
I mean, actually, in the last episode.
What is a toad? I forgot about that. That's so good. Dude,
in the last episode, he was saying, I believe there was a bit where it says, "I believe Robotnik's bought the farm," and he goes, "Is it farm?"
You say farm? Oh, dude, that delivery. What do you say, toad?
Again, Rob Paulson. I mean, you can do comment with this guy. He was wacko in Animaniacs. So yeah, here we go. This is our first look at basically the device that makes the power rings coming up. Here we go. This is it.
It is. It could be. Wait, it's so large in that one shot.
And
then it fits in the palm of his hand. Oh yeah.
Well, you see later on, actually, something breaks it in half. Actually, later in the episode. Spoilers.
Yeah, it's
sorry. Spoilers.
It's spoilers for a 20-year-old show. So.
Now, don't that look a lot like a Chaos Emerald?
Yeah.
What a cool shot,
I have said crystals, like gems and crystals, seems to be a motif in this series. Like, it seems to be a recurring theme.
Yeah. Little convo.
Sonic, you scared me.
Sorry, I've been thinking.
Oh, trying something new, are we?
Fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you still jealous?
Me jealous?
This is a great line. I mentioned this last stream about the mirror business.
Short for you have no clue.
Oh yeah.
I have no clue.
I hear a parrot.
See, that's when you know it's true, because they're like going back and forth at each other.
Yeah.
They keep talking to each other.
Yeah.
Or
Here we
Griff
go.
never
This
did.
bit. This line I always remember.
Hedgehog perfection.
Oh, brother.
I just think for the rest of the night, he's just looking at himself for the rest of the night of it.
Oh my gosh,
who's more the narcissist?
We have
Antoine or Sonic?
We have a shadow layer and a highlight layer on that animation.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that, folks. That's a.
And now he fits inside.
Yeah. Like I said, it just seems to change the depth of this thing. It seems to change depending on the scene.
Nobody hears this out in the silent forest.
No, remember.
Especially Antoine! He was right
Antoine's
there!
Right there.
Antoine's just a
Oh, there we go.
Anyway. But actually, no. I mean, you mentioned about the density of the forest covering them from Robotnik. Maybe it blocks sound as well.
What's wrong, Anton?
I do not know. The power in pool. Something is wrong with it, but I do not know what.
How do you know?
Something is way
It's bubbling. That seems to be a thing. And here we go again. Sonic swims.
There we go. This is best Sonic. He's not scared of water.
He has no fear of H2O in this continuity.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? The game's one can turn into supersonic. Nah, this sucker can swim.
I can swim.
Well, to be fair, he can swim in Sonic colors, technically.
You can, yeah. I mean, it's funny because like the gimmick of the reason why the fear of water became a thing was one of the programmers thought hedgehogs couldn't swim, and then was told later on, oh, actually they can. So it was a joke that was not true, and then just became a thing.
I think every mammal can technically swim. It's just a lot of them just prefer not to.
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely tell you, like, you know, if you put a cat in water, it's like it can swim, but it'll hate you for doing for being in water.
With a finger or something.
So, do they get run-ins with these rat bots all the time? I wonder.
I think it's the energy is what lures them.
Oh!
That's what brings them in.
Yeah, you're right. Well, they lost their power, so I guess their defenses got taken out too. Oh my gosh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's for the count.
Oh, here he comes. Saw them in half. Oh, he did the loop.
He has them fuse their tails.
Oh, he finally gets to eat it.
I think it's a burger, actually. I think it's a burger he's eating.
Or a sponge cake. Shouldn't he be running when he's eating?
Yeah.
He's good.
So this is how they get defeated, basically. He has them fuse all the tails together, basically.
So they just zap them.
How does that even happen?
Overloading the power, maybe.
No, like how did he wasn't even there.
I used it to keep our energy.
To be fair, if you've seen this, you're thinking, I'm going to stay out of the way. I'm not going to get involved in this until it's done.
Oh, here it is. Good lesson, man.
I was desperate.
Where is it?
Good lesson for kids. I mean, if you really need something for a good cause, like, still, you gotta ask.
Yeah.
Ask. Well, but then again, to be fair, in a world like this, you know, everyone's quite suspicious of it. It's a war zone.
But they said, like here, like he's able to break it.
Yeah. Listen to what Sonic says. I love this.
Yeah, this is a very good line.
But we're all in this war against Robotnik together. This should keep you cruising for a while.
I don't know how to thank you.
Maybe you ought to turn the lights back on.
Yeah, for a start.
Man, you know, Sonic. I keep forgetting this Sonic is not as. I mean, he's immature, but at the same time, you know.
I know.
Lines like that. Like, he's a real.
I know I'm brilliant. How we can still trick that?
He'll be enough.
Yes, I am.
But I'm also kind.
Yeah, another great episode.
Like, I love you, man. Not as much as me, but I still love you.
Yeah, thoughts on that episode?
Pretty strong.
Like I said, I think, yeah, it's interesting. Like to say, this is the first time you see another group outside of themselves existing in this sort of war-torn world, and obviously how they keep going within this sort of underground layer.
Yeah.
Not to mention the bit of extra lore dumping with the power rings. Although again, the questions arise when you say this happened before, you know, the coup and such power size. And
I really like the idea, I really like the idea of Chuck kind of knowing what might be coming before the coup even happens. Because he's working
I mean, I think
he's working under the king.
Okay, way to do it, like to say he had this already done before it, just as a backup, just in case things did go south.
He believed in his nephew, man. He believed in him. Even at 5 years old, he's like, he's gonna grow up and be a hero.
But also, what's worth noting is that he may also prepared, even without his nephew. You know, they literally mentioned that this came out of a great war. What the hell was that great war about? And like,
well, that's the thing, because it's. I don't know if that's ever. I mean, to be fair, I think it's one of those things. It's probably best never to go full detail with, because it's like if we were to do it, you know, I think it wouldn't be as interesting. It's better to keep it somewhat vague, but you can keep details into like how did Robotnik and Snively evolve in this, and how it resulted them to be, you know, in royalty, and like how this is what led to the downfall, obviously, of Mobius, basically.
Right. Oh my god, this episode coming up is going to have one of the darkest lines I've ever heard in the show.
Oh my gosh.
And you know which one I'm on about, don't you?
Yeah, I think we know, yeah.
I miss my mom too.
Like, so we'll definitely get to that.
Scarborough.
But just
Shelley Scarborough.
one last rundown of the episode is that we've gotten a good lesson of learning to trust. Learning to do the right thing, don't steal, communicate,
And also, this is the first time, technically, we're starting to have the main freedom fighters try and start uniting. Yeah, exactly.
Expanding the world.
It's more like getting the connections to know the other, because definitely season 2 makes it a big thing about, you know, there was a list that Sally's father had about the other groups that are out there in the world.
The Council of War. Which would become the Council of Four.
Oh yeah!
I hate that pop so much.
But well, to people following the Sonic Act 2 project, if it goes anywhere, a little sneak peek that that little underground base is actually where all the freedom fighter groups are going to meet up in the trailer. So stick around for that. And get ready to see that place that you just saw transformed. Let's just say they made
in a much better state as well.
Let's just say they made really good use of that half of the power rock that Sonic gave them. They were able to get a lot of stuff done. But here we go. So the next episode before the last one, so this is the second to last. Sonic Past Cool. I don't know why it's called that, but just roll with it.
I mean, all of season 1. This is the thing. All the season 1 titles have Sonic's name at the front, so they've all got something to do. Apart from the pilot, that's the only one that doesn't have his name in.
Yeah, that was Tails who had the name in that time.
I know, Heads or Tails. So you know, every episode from every main episode of season 1 has got Sonic in, and then technically the first episode of season 2 is Sonic Conversation. That's the only time it's in, and then the rest are just different names.
Yeah,
like 1 for you, Tails, 9 for me.
Yep, it's my show. Look, it's literally my name.
I had to get the name in there somehow, even if it doesn't make any sense.
The hedgehog knows.
The hedgehog knows.
He just puts his 2s up, as in the 2 tails.
Alrighty, here we go. Sonic Past Cool, written by Kate Kush and Cheryl Scarborough.
Yeah, it's actually a place over here.
I actually live quite close to it as well.
Oh wow!
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There's also Scarborough in Canada as well.
Oh right, well there you go.
Here we go.
Scarborough travels.
Yep, Scarborough Fair.
This is also one of those, like, every kid likes dinosaur creatures, so we gotta do an episode of that.
Oh, that's true.
You know, as patronising it is, it's kind of true.
Yep.
I was a dinosaur man when I was a child.
Oh, I like this scene with Bunny. This is great.
Yeah.
Some of their daily life. I want to see more of this.
That's just how I feel.
Hang tight, buddy.
Oh, man. It's charming, man.
Something I said.
Group of friends figuring things out, living together, having a good time.
It's definitely, especially like to figure out, like, again, let's just figure out, okay, what could be with Bunny? Is there a way she could use more of these mechanical parts in a way that could benefit herself?
Yeah. I mean, I also remember, sorry to bring back to the comics again, but it's actually related to Tails as well. Like, there's a really sweet arc in the later comics where Tails and Bunny kind of form a bit of a older sister, younger brother relationship, and he's like the only one who doesn't like see her as a freak with all the robotic arms, and actually later on actually upgrades her arms to be a little bit more in tune with her body.
Yeah,
you know, and that was a genuinely sweet arc. Arc.
Yeah,
you know, like if there's any way we could like integrate that into Act 2.
I mean, in this show, they definitely make it like, you know, I mean, Tails is like the little son that Sally and Bunny have to look after. Like they're literally Aunt Sally, Aunt Bunny, really to him.
Now with Bunny's prosthetics, well, not prosthetics, it's literally her body at this point.
Mechanical, yeah.
But I do have it written that she's fully accepting it now, because she did want to get her old body back, but after living with it, you know, she's like, well, I mean, look what I can do with it, you know, this is just how I am. So the design literally shows her changing, or rather owning it. So she actually did.
Yeah.
She's
being practical
with the help of Rotor, she's personalized it. In the Sonic Act 2 design, she's actually got a purple stain. It's like a metallic purple stain that she puts on the main parts of it.
Like a bit of a hue to it as well.
Yeah, so she's fully embracing it, decorated it. It's like it's part of her outfit now, basically. You know, she wears it, you know, happily. So I think that's pretty cool.
Do you think they could ever fit in like a Gatling gun for her, like to
she's able to stretch.
Keep your eyes out on what we've got planned with her. What we're going to do with those appendages. That's all I'll say.
She's able to extend all three limbs, though. So she technically could. In fact, because she's a rabbit, I really want her to be able to run fast as well. Not as fast as Sonic, but she's definitely keeping up with a car. Just by running.
Like she would have the ability to, like, you know, I mean, with her legs, she'd be able to like extend them so you can keep up with a fast-moving vehicle.
Or better still, rocket feet.
Stick around.
Or
for
hell,
that.
What about the ability to have her to leap really high, like Superman?
Oh yeah, she would be.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, definitely. Yeah.
With the extension, I mean, like she can like. You know, Monkey D. Luffy that stuff, you know.
There you go.
You could even sort of make a sort of move, sort of like Shadow. Like she's already kind of like has similarities to Rouge in terms of design. So why not make her have like hover feet that makes her slide like Shadow? Just a thought.
Yeah.
She could be able to skid on the ground, I think, with something on her feet.
We do have ideas of her being able to use basically Sonic. Sonic transferring power ring energy into her prosthetics. I keep saying prosthetics. It's a robotic lens.
Later on,
a lens. Her limbs.
I mean, to be fair, later on they are in later continuity in the comics. They are kind of prosthetics because they were.
I know. They do change it up.
Different plot. All that.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Love the look at this tree, but we gotta get
again. I love the beginning of. Also, holy crap! That she had quite the reaction time.
She's got the strength to crush that in her hand if she wanted.
Look at the reaction time too. Again, what I wanted to say was, I want more of this part. I love this part of the episode where we just get to see them hanging out for once.
Yes.
Bang!
Well, especially like this is kind of what Tails' life is. Just kind of this is what he deals with most of the days.
Yeah, I mean, he's still trying to live life. It's what they're fighting for.
Thanks, Rotor, you little genius.
I miss her.
Yeah, the great the voice a minute. She was checking Rugrats and literally the boy genius Dexter.
Oh dear.
They're always too busy.
I mean, she really was everywhere back in the day.
This is kind of showing like being the youngest by far. You can't really relate to any of them. You know, they're all working on something.
Yeah, they're always doing something.
They can't play anymore.
He's like the older brother to him.
Yeah. He has to freaking putt the puck away from himself and go run after it because he can't get it back.
Yeah.
So
Mobius does dinosaurs, basically.
Pteropods.
Yeah, well,
that's a dinosaur
because they're not really theropods. They're ceratopsians.
Yeah.
That's just
thankfully we have our Palin Joseph's expert here on the stream tonight, folks. So.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a paleo nerd.
Boom, he was smooth with it.
Yeah, this is kind of really, I would say this isn't a fully Tails episode, but this is definitely where he becomes more of a focus outside the pilot.
Guess I'm kind of hungry. You know, eat.
Oh, we did talk about the
Bradley Pierce
I
gets
this
a
last
lot
stream,
of...
but there were 2 Tales actors for both shows between this and Adventures, which I think actually the Adventures one was actually older than the one playing one in this show.
Which is ironic. Which is ironic because the character in the Adventures was stated to be way younger.
I was going to say...
He's about 10 here, which is technically older than most portrayals in the game. But in the Adventures, he's like 4.5 years old.
Yeah, it's
something.
I love Bradley Pierce's spotlight in this. He really gets to act a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
He does a good job.
Yeah, definitely think, he does both of them did a good job playing, these iterations of Tales.
Oh, you know that stank.
Another thing about this episode is a lot of the noises from this guy and a lot of his family is Frank Welker, who basically is everywhere in animation. Like, he's the voice of anything and everything.
Did you say Welker?
Frank Welker, yeah, sorry. Oh, this is quite good. This is just like, how do they get apples? This is like between the one who can shake the tree and the one who can just pick them off of the ground. It's so quick.
You just get Sonic to do it.
Yeah. Oh, this is so fun. I love, again, I can't say it enough. Just them doing normal stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is normality for these guys and living in the war.
My stars! What in the heck is that? It's a baby pteropod. How did he get down here? Oh, he is really cute, but we can't keep him. How come? He's my friend. Because he's hurt.
The typical can we business is like.
Hey, at the very least, there is kind of a
feed him
reason
or
for
walk him.
Yeah.
apart from just general kid, innocence.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I noticed that they never really made Bunny do any of this stuff ever again.
I think she just extend her arm a few times in season 2.
What's that, Sonic?
Just
Sounds like Baby T's family.
Something I can't remember.
Oh yeah, some of the designs. There's one fella. I was watching this the other day.
There's the elevator.
One of the terrors. He's got a real look on them. Like got an eyebrow. Might be able to spot it throughout this episode. So keep your eyes out for that, folks.
Yeah. You see how there's that giant hole where no hole is.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So it's literally.
Oh gosh, I've seen this in Lion King. Oh gosh.
Is the line?
Here it comes. It's coming up.
Oh, here we go.
I want to hear this.
It's dark.
Baby T was my friend.
He wouldn't like living with us, big guy. He'd miss his mom.
I miss my mom too.
Oh my god.
That is dark.
So
I mean, it's sad.
Oh wow, his hair.
Yeah, look at that.
It's back to its original mohawk from the other episode.
But so I guess we gotta talk about the idea, huh? The big brainstorm we have about Tails being possibly the catalyst for them fighting back in the first place. So I'll try to make it real short so we're not paused for so long. So I'll just run through it and just take my word for it. So right now I imagine he's about 9 years old because in season 2 he is stated to be 10.
Yeah.
So Robotnik took over when the collective Freedom Fighter kids were about 5, right?
Yeah.
So that means at about this point they'd be about 16.
16, yeah. Sonic and Sally would be 16.
Yeah. So that would be. We can call it 10 or 11 years, right? Let's call it. Yeah, 15. Let's call it 10 years to be simple. That means that either Tails was just born or was about to be born right during the coup of Robotnik. So, the idea, and I think it would be better that Tails' mother would have been pregnant with him at the time. So that means that it doesn't really matter. She would still have to be around to take care of him as a baby. So she would actually be invited into Knothole with the rest of the kids and Rosie. Because I imagine, the father probably had a tie-in with the military as well. You know, I imagine him, like the Archie comics, he was some kind of pilot or something. I imagine he was a pilot for their Air Force.
Makes sense.
I think that makes sense for him since he likes planes. So that whole thing happens. The husband is nowhere to be found during the whole skirmish. So throughout maybe about 4 years, so that leads to this point here, right? Is that he's actually able to remember his mom, which doesn't make sense, because when you looked at Blast of the Past, he was nowhere to be seen. I mean, neither was his mom, to be honest.
No.
Which means the mom would have had to been around Knothole, right?
Yeah.
For at least 4 years for him to like remember her well, to like shed a tear.
Yeah.
For his mom.
Well, I mean, if Sonic Sonic and the gang were like 5 years old when the coup happened, and Tails was born pretty much around the same time. So I know in the comics he was born practically a day just before the coup. You know, where Sonic would comment on his two tails and actually teach him to fly pretty much from the get-go.
Yeah.
But then, if 5 years were to have passed, then he would have the same sort of memory capacity as Sonic did when the coup started. So I'd assume, like, probably, like, if he would have been able to remember his mom, like, up at around 5 years old.
Yeah.
You know, which again we sort of played with the idea about 5 years later from the coup. We could have, you know, we could really experiment
4 or 5.
with,
Because. Yeah, because that leads into the next point, right? Is that we'll see later on in season 2 that Sally, what was it? Yeah, he was trying to. We'll visit it when we get there, but I'll just go ahead and say now, Tails is trying to come along for the mission, thinking he could go. Sally says no, you can't. You got to stay behind. It's too dangerous. Sonic insists, like, I've told him he can go. Sonic, I don't think it's a good idea. He's 10 years old. He's like, oh, come on. I've been doing solo missions when I was 10. She says, yeah, without permission. So, when we look back at our timeline, we say Tails around that time would be about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That puts Sonic at around 10 years old. So, who's to say, and this is where I'm going to make up a storyline, right? So Tails' mom is there, and she can't bear being without her husband, right? Like, he's got to be out there somewhere. I need to find him. Like, she's had enough.
Just the curiosity of, like,
she's had enough waiting
out there. Yeah.
She's gonna go get him.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. Sonic sees her going out. He follows along closely behind because he's not supposed to be out. You know, it's past his bedtime. He's got to stay safe. He can't leave Knothole, but he does it anyway because he's angsty and he's
like any child does do what they're told.
He also knows that Rosie should. Well, not Rosie. His mom shouldn't be doing this either. You know, like, why is a grown-up doing this? So he follows. You know, she's trying to find the husband somewhere. Is way in over her head. Bit off way much more than she could chew because the city is nothing like what she thought. And is basically immediately captured.
And then we debate on the fate of her as well.
Yeah, either shot dead or roboticized, captured. Either way, she's captured, never seen again.
Yeah.
We could let that be. You can take it as you would, right?
You can let your imagination run wild. I
mean,
fake.
So in reference to the last stream as well, we kind of thought the idea of what if Tails, you know, like ended up crawling, you know, following into Robotropolis too, and he ends up being still hidden, but he ends up witnessing like his mother's getting roboticized, and that's what caused a bit of I guess you could say a trauma and thus. And then when Sonic sees her doing it as well, that means that he could have saved her but failed. And then you mentioned about how that sort of was the catalyst for him to sort of look.
Well, I'm gonna get into that. So Tails wouldn't be out. You know, kids when they sleep, they're asleep. You know, they don't get up. I mean, that's not super important, but he's not gonna be there. Sonic's gonna be the only one out. seeing this happen, and because it really upsets him, and now he's, being a 10-year-old kid, you get really mad at the bad guys for taking away basically your little brother's mother, right?
Yeah.
You want to get revenge on that. So he single-handedly, as a 10-year-old kid, takes out an entire factory by himself with his power. Comes back in basically the morning. Sun comes up. Rosie can't find him anywhere. She's freaking out. And he comes back, ruffled,
Yeah, definitely.
Scraped up a bit.
Yeah.
She's super angry, but also just like really upset. Like he could have also been lost. But that's when he says, I did it. We can do it. We can fight back. I just took out a whole place. And maybe that inspires them to start fighting back in some way. Like, why are we sitting here forever? We're eventually going to be found. Like, what are we doing here? We're just going to sit here forever? So, with that little line, I miss my mom too, as Tails says, kind of inspired that whole storyline. Inspired, or rather, gave me the idea, basically the catalyst of them fighting back in the first place. Or at least a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I know we paused for a long time. I just thought that was a super important part. Really interesting detail that they didn't have to put in the episode. They didn't have to make him say that at all.
No.
Some surprise.
And then we don't. And again, who knows whether that was they were planned to do something with that, or whether it was just like something they wrote down.
Just a little detail.
Exactly.
I think it's just simply showing that. Oh yeah, they all lost family. That's it, right? Because Rotor even said that. He's like, all of our families, yeah. Like it happened to all of them at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could simply be that, but man, how cool would it be to write it like that?
Yeah.
It's an interesting setup to work with, especially the way you said it. It's like, it can work. It's feasible. It does fit in with what the show sets up, at least. It's not just pulling stuff out of the arse for no reason. It's like, no, okay, there could be some tie to it in a way. That makes sense.
Yeah. Gives Tails a lot more importance as well in the grand scheme of things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a big role to play. Yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and continue. I thought that was the most important thing about the whole episode. The rest of it is just a fun, good time. Follow Pteropod back to his pride. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's get some action.
Yes, they always.
But man, just one more time to hold.
Yeah, so let's remind everyone about this whole thing.
Friend. He wouldn't like living with us, big guy. He'd miss his mom.
I miss my mom too.
Man.
Ray Bradley also says that line as well. It's spot on.
Yeah.
Good
child actor, man.
Something's really wrong.
I'll head him off at the old pass.
Yeah,
is that the one with the eyebrow?
Yeah, the one with the eyebrows. Really design.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, this whole thing here.
Oh yeah.
This bit.
Ain't going that way.
It's Joel's impersonation popping in.
He just tries doing that and gets flattened.
But you're using the wrong way.
He's
like I said, it's a lot of Frank Welker making noises in this episode, which I will say they've also put an effect on, so it can be. I watched the scene the other night and they're thinking, my God, if I had to listen more to Frank doing this, I could probably try to turn it off.
She made a whole translator.
Yep.
We'll say if we ever introduce the Pteropods again in our Act 2, it's going to be a case of who's going to be doing the voices. Not it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we go. This is the.
Of course, they so happen to be studying them at the same time.
When they're done, I will control every living thing on this planet.
Oh yeah? What about the
Exactly.
dragons? Oh wait, that's a
Pinpoint
season
this
2
whole thing
thing.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the point. If dragons exist in this universe, and they're quite intelligent enough to speak, then how come these guys can't?
Well, I'm just saying that Robotnik said, like, as soon as we take control of them, we'll have everything. I'm like, well, wait till season 2, Robotnik, where there's dragons.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
some
this is
reason.
just him to have his stamp and everything.
Yeah.
He'd probably would try and roboticize Amoeba if he could.
I mean, to be fair, he has this like. Yeah.
I want strong robots made by this. Also, look at that. It looks like the little palm trees from Green Hill.
Oh, no, or Angel.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Angel Island, the one that catches fire.
Oh yeah.
The great jungle. No way. It's uncharted.
I love how everything's just called the Great this, the Great that.
I mean, there's a lot of this world that seems to be either abandoned or sort of in ruins.
What makes it so great?
Yes.
The great amoeba.
So the girls are at break.
Oh yeah. I don't know why they call it a goofy movie. It's just a movie to me. But there's no way they can make an extremely. Oh!
Here we go. This is the explanation.
It's still uncharted, and we've lost a number of recon bots in there, and we'll make sure we lose no more.
Again, you just have to live with this monster. You know,
Yeah. Also, he did also say that they couldn't. Yeah, a lot of it's uncharted. So that's
Well, uncharted doesn't necessarily mean dangerous. It just means that.
It just means when you don't know what's in there, it could be anything.
Well, it just
Although
means like
the addition of the
they
line
can't.
of, like they've lost recon bots.
Yeah, it's like they can't actually take over everything because of how dense some stuff is. So that I was worried of how Knothole would be so hidden for so long. Oh yeah, this is a powerful plant right here.
Now this is something, because later on it ends with the implication that Sally's took a bunch of seed of these, so it's something they could use.
Yeah,
against
true!
Robotnik. Yeah.
Wait, didn't they turn this into the balloons?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they did. You know, they made
Wow!
it into like acid.
Yeah, here's Rotor. He's like, hold on, I gotta try to get some metal.
Because again, he's trying to figure out what it can do. Yeah.
Wow.
They could do metal and plastic.
Amazing. Think what we could do to old Robotnik with a couple of these metal-eating babies. We just have to figure out how to get it.
And they end up using it in like balloons. that's cool. I wonder if they took it.
Yeah, well, it's basically acid bombs. Basically, that's what they used it.
Get me out of here.
Spins.
Mushroom Hill Zone.
Mario was here.
Dude, have you ever tried pushing a tree down by yourself?
Yeah, I have tried that.
Don't really work.
Actually pulled my back once doing that.
Oh gosh.
God.
No way you're about to get outplayed by a baby.
Yeah.
I think the mother. No, the mother does it.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the mother that does it.
Boing!
Boing! Yeah, he just kissed it on the trunk.
No idea where that's
the nose.
Fair enough.
Ah, you see, we need that ship. We need that ship for the trailer. That's gonna be the thing Snively ends up flying around in.
Yeah, the little, like you said, this is kind of like the command pod they have.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to model like the ship in 3D if I can allow to 3D print it as a figurine.
Yeah,
I mean, if you know how to do it to make it good, then why not?
Oh, dude, I mean, yeah, we can't sell it because it's not our design.
No.
It would be so cool. It'd be so cool to manufacture that. Like, if people want little Sat AM, like, shit figures.
Yeah. Because I do know a guy who has a 3D printer. I could always speak with him about it.
That's sick.
Come on, try again, girl.
This is the kind of thing. It's Frank Welker's voice with Kathy's translation coming out of that box. That's a combination. See?
It'd be kind of cool if it was. Oh, never mind. My theory.
What are you gonna say?
My theory gets blown out of the water later when we hear Baby T. It's just a different voice. But I was thinking, like, well, the translation's coming through Nicole's voice.
Yeah.
You know, but, like, that's not the case.
No,
it makes sense, but
yeah,
it's a different voice box. It's a different voice box that puts on the little one.
Okay, guys, mount up.
Yeah.
TPs are ready to juice.
Did you say PPs?
TP. Is it TPs? Yeah, that's it.
The pteropod.
Yeah. That was it. Oh my god, this was around the same time.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead.
But you can't hide.
This looks like a map of Japan a bit.
Well, as I said, I mean, apparently the idea that this is meant to be Earth in the far distant future, so whether the continents stay the same.
Why can't we lose? It says, why can't we lose these guys? Probably because you're riding a bunch of slow creatures.
I mean, they can hold, but I think 40 miles an hour is nothing compared to like 700 miles an hour, which is pretty much Sonic's walking speed.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mama got trapped.
Yep.
That sucks, I guess.
And now we're going to hear Frank Welker queuing. So.
Wake up, Sonic! Wake up!
That's
oh my god! Like, and also in connection to your theory, Evan.
Oh yeah.
You know, like this. You know, maybe you could get like flashbacks here of like, you know, what happened with Tails' mom, and then hearing that, causing him to go like to trigger himself.
It could.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just.
Yeah.
You got me thinking.
Yeah, you got the gears rolling in your head.
Yep. Got my head spinning.
Like Sonic spinning? Right now?
My head spinning.
Shut up, Tails!
Yeah. So coming up soon, just watch what Bunny does to this cage, because again, it's like, I mentioned this when we saw Sonic Racer, like the windows of that factory seem to be made up of just like, just cling film or something.
Oh yeah.
And then this thing coming up, just look how Buddy just rips this thing off.
Please tell me she uses her robot arm. Okay,
I know, but just like, look at it. It's like plastic.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, stuff like that in construction.
I mean, plastic is hard to rip, but it's just, again, it's just such a weird thing. I've just.
Because
that much more polluted because plastic is.
Well, that just means the pteropod mom can like bust out of there whenever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
She pushed a tree down, man. Mm-hmm. She can rip through that.
Mm-hmm.
Should I go ahead and shoot all of them while they're standing still? Drop a bomb on them or two.
And I didn't know this force field like wrapped around them. It was only one site initially.
Oh, dude, you gotta stop, Robotnik.
I mean, he does seem to get off quite easily. This guy.
I don't want to. What?
Never. Just stop saying words right now.
And no one in the Sonic community to Jim Cummings.
I mean, to be fair, like there is I think there's an interview with him where the way he plays him is like, if you told him he's got prisoners, he seems to get like ecstasy off that. It's like sort of, oh yes.
Did you say you had
prisoners?
Prisoners.
Yeah.
Hello, campers.
Oh gosh.
That'd be freaky him saying, hello, campers.
Oh, that scream!
Come on, Sal. We gotta keep juicing.
That's a rage scream.
We don't know the Great Jungle. Mother T does. We need her help.
Oh man, I love they're using all the same designs for the ships once again.
Mm-hmm. They still use them in season 2. I know they still keep them around for the next season.
Scorch plants. Eat metal. Machines. Yes. Good call, Mama T.
These things know what machines are.
Well, they are highly intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there ever toys of these ever made?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
It's funny because you think if this show had been, I guess if it did take off, they would have easily made figurines and toys of all this stuff here.
Oh, we should, man.
One of these days, I'm just gonna model one just for the sake of.
Dude, you should make the command ship, the
command ship, flying ones in.
The regular,
and you should make if you could figure out how to make a SWAT bot action figure.
Oh yeah.
I think the case wouldn't be the challenge wouldn't be how, it'd just be like how long it would take.
Look at this.
Oh, dude, this should kill them. I think they're gonna go through, right?
Just acidify.
Well, the fact that he already knows is like, hang on, why is he leaving us there? He knows something. Right? It's like, shut up, I want them to go in.
Oh god, I just thought of something.
Oh, yeah, they are.
If those plants can eat through metal, imagine if it ate through like Robotnik's arm right to his heart.
Oh,
His left is just like Robotnik heart attack.
It's just weird it ends like that. That's the last time you see him. He just turns the screen off for a second. Right?
It's like, I'm done.
Screw this, I'm reading a book.
And also, this little watering hole they have is like, this looks like Hawaii coming up soon, like the little like area they go to.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is how Sally gets these things, just get the seeds of them.
How do you get the seeds? Without getting too close to the plant.
I'm sure they're on the ground.
Use a rake.
This is how his coolness factor goes. It's like, it's
like, I'm
it's
a 10,
pass, but I'm
you a 9.5. Still good, but not as good as me.
You're cool too, Sal. Stifling laugh.
Like, look at this. This whole thing just
looks
like, it's like Hawaii.
Look at that. It's Land Before Time.
Indeed.
Oh my god, we actually watched that film on my other server.
Did y'all, every one of you cry?
I didn't. I actually made some pretty sick jokes, to be honest.
I have a heart of I feel nothing.
How many calories does his mom have?
I don't know how much the T-Rex eat.
Oh, Tails.
Here we go.
Do you think that's Bradley doing that?
I don't know. It could be him. It could be another. The voice is familiar from another thing I recognize.
I think it is. I'm gonna double check.
Oh,
also, this is.
Oh my gosh!
I love this.
At work, and he sounds just like you.
Yeah, give me.
Oh my lord! What is the world coming to? He's talking like you now.
Gotta laugh at the end of the episode. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's a ending. Yeah.
Just looking at the shit. It doesn't have a. Looking at the voice of who played him.
Yeah, I mean, like, the episode's good, but I think that one moment was the most impactful. As simple as it was, that got the old brain running,
Like, only 5 words, and that's a huge lore dump.
Hey, sometimes that happens. The little things spark the imagination.
Yeah,
that's a sign of great writing. Just you don't need to explain a lot. Just 5 words.
Right. So I think basically, I mean, unless y'all got some things to say about it, I said my piece earlier on when that moment happened.
But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's much more of a. Again, it's just funny that this world there is, like I said, with come season 2, we know dragons exist. So, like I said, there is other creatures in this world that seem to run around on the planet.
Yeah.
Also, another thing, actually, I'm probably going to head off soon because it's going to be quite late for me. But just a couple of things I'll say before I leave. So, like I said, we're ending. This is season 1. This is, as it felt, the Siam had like 3 directors. The first one, the pilot, was done by John Glenn. I think that's his name. Season 1 was done by Dick Sabas, and season 2 was done by Ron Myrick. 3 different directors. And it is funny to see how different they are because, like I said, John did a bunch of. I looked at his IMDb page. He worked for DIC. He did a lot of stuff for G.I. Joe, Conan, and lots of other DIC shows. Then, around about the mid 2005s, he did a lot of, like, direct-to-DVD My Little Pony stuff, which is an odd thing, but I guess I was going to eat. Dick Sabas, like I said, did this. Again, if you look at the credits, he did the storyboard for the intro for the series, so he did definitely a lot of work in. He was a director on the animated series. He also, of all things, ended up directing the ill-advised Secret of Nim to Timmy to the Rescue film, which I believe features Tails' voice actor in that film. Actually, to begin with, he's actually in it, I think.
Wait, does he voice Timmy in that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the voice of Timmy at some point.
Let me look it up.
Yeah. Like I said, Moy Ryrek, who did season 2. The other thing I found out he did, weirdly enough, he did the second series of something called Baby Looney Tunes, which is a bizarre thing to do. It's very.
Yeah, hate to break it to you, but it's actually the guy who voiced Timmy in Secret of 2 is a guy called Andrew Ducode. So
okay, all right.
But
Okay,
I
fair
can't
enough.
even see a.
I mean, he goes through different ages in that film, to be fair. So maybe he plays him youngish, and then he becomes later on. I don't know.
Well, he plays. Well, obviously, Ralph Macchio plays him as a 17-year-old.
Yes.
Oh, wait, there's another one here.
yeah.
Alex Strange also voices him, but I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Not Bradley Pierce, unfortunately.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I thought it was him. I mean, I just thought that was. He sounded like him a lot.
It does sound similar.
Yeah. What else am I going to bring up? Okay, so you're on season 2. I'm going to head off, but there's a few things. One is like I said, this is the beginning where you see Snively starting to really layer in that he doesn't like Robotnik, like talking under his breath and stuff. So that comes as a trait in this season. It's the first time we see him shot de-roboticized, then roboticized again. The setup of lots of different things. I will, as I said before, the animation in season 2 I think gets a little messy. Like, particularly there's a scene with Anton later on where it kind of goes back and forth between it wants to be quite on model and pretty restricted, but then wants to do very kind of rubbery, well, like Disney-like, but it doesn't quite get there. It just feels like it's just missing a few frames, or the time spent to work on the show just didn't feel like it was in there. So it feels a little rushed in places. But generally, I think the storytelling is still just as good. I think it's legitimately still just as strong. I just think the production lets it down a little bit. It feels kind of there's more inconsistencies, I think, during this one than season 1. But by all means, there's still some good stuff to go. So, like I said, when we get to do the rest of them, there's a lot of cool episodes to really go through.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, like I said, with that, I'm going to have to call it a night, but it's been fun. It's been fun doing this.
Sounds great.
I can stick around for a little longer.
Yeah, this is only one more we gotta do.
Okay.
The first episode of season 2, Sonic Conversation.
Yes. So you lot enjoy that, and by the way, last thing is, for season 2, the credit sequence has changed. It's stills from the episode, so you can probably play that without the music on. But some of the shots they get is really weird. In fact, they do show off the scene of where Robotnik says Snively, what colour is my hair? You get that Ren and Stimpy grotesque still image of
all those uvulas.
All the uvulas, these yellow teeth and stuff. Just again, of all stills to use in your credits, you use that one.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Yeah. So, like I said, when you get to the credits, just mute the music. But I think you should be okay to play it because, like I said, some of the stills they get is pretty.
Oh god.
Why did you choose that type stuff?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, But anyway, like I said, I've got to head off, but you two take care, and I'll catch you next time for the next one.
Sounds great. Take care, man.
All right. Take care. Bye.
All right. With that being said, let's get this started. And this is the last one, and then we'll end off the night because I know it's super late for you too.
Yeah, it's about 2:20 for us for over here.
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning.
Oh,
but don't worry,
gosh.
I've got sod all to do tomorrow. So
Okay.
I'll sacrifice it.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and get started.
I mean, I know Nick mentioned about like the oh look, even the text has changed.
Oh yeah. Huh. You're right. Yeah, there it is. Paddley and Ben Hurst. Here we go. The goats.
Also, that's not Sonic Conversation. That's Conversion. Like
wow.
Because Conversation, would have like an essay and then
but look what they literally titled the video that. That's where I got it from. So I need to. All right, so I need to change that in my website. I went for the title of the YouTube video in the official Wild Brain YouTube channel.
What, and they actually spelt it Conversation,
yeah,
not Conversion.
So I called it Conversation because that's what it said until I saw this. So,
conversion makes sense because roboticization is a conversion.
That's what I thought it was supposed to be, so I was like, that's really weird. Why is it called that? I'm just going to go for it because that's what it's titled. Conversion. Yeah, oh my gosh. See, I keep wanting to call it that. I'm like, but it's actually Conversation in the title. Nope. Weird.
Conversion. You've done yourself a Mandela effect there.
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, here we go. Ben Hurst, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who literally died trying to get this back off the ground. Rest in peace, man.
Poor guy.
Oh gosh, what a run. Doing this for him.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what he's got. Robotnik's new theme for season 2.
Your virtual reality shrinkbot is ready for flight testing. You oversized toad.
There it is, right off the bat. What was that?
I said I'll key in your code, sir.
I thought you said you peed in your coat. Like, I piss on your coat, man.
Very excited indeed. And I'm very excited for you.
Your immense density.
Ugh.
Oh man. He's already dissing him. It begins. Whoa, she's got the blue vest now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And actual pupils.
Yeah.
Claim me actually be faster than you.
Faster than moi in Robotnik's dreams.
Check this. Sonic, not now. We have to get back to Knothole.
I actually do kind of prefer Sally's design in this. The additional pupils and there's more to it.
Yeah. Chuck's back. There he is.
There's also a repeater line here. The virtual reality street bot is ready, and you can actually hear the cut-off point of that dialogue later in the episode.
So just edited it in like last moment.
Yeah.
Ah, it's so cool. Yeah, it's not terrifying or anything.
Robotnik's face on it.
Oh, here we go. The new effects, the new animation. Woo!
Also love that turbine sound effect he uses when he's using the ring.
Yeah.
I think they actually use it in the ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
One good example is when you're hearing the
like,
beam struggle between.
Yeah, they're charging up the Kamehameha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, light, sir.
You said that the shrinkbot could outrun the hedgehog.
It can, sir. We just have to install more thrust boosters.
Snively.
Nope.
What color is my heart?
I'm gonna count the
gosh. 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 6
Oh,
years.
there's one way back there.
Either that or just massive mouth ulcers. Maybe that's how he gets an echo effect.
Yeah. Wait, what was that flying in the sky? What was that? What?
Fish! The
It
fish!
looks like fish.
Wait, hang on. You remember the special stages in Sonic?
Yeah.
They had fish and birds.
What the?
Maybe there's a reference to that.
Dragon?
Oh yeah, dragon. Yeah, when the hell did Dulcie come along?
Yeah. And this is why I bet you this is like a big time skip.
Because they're doing some experiments and they don't want to be disturbed.
I always give it like, it's a year later. And they got a few changes. Sally's got her new vest, and Dulcie's around now. Tails actually acts a little bit older. Got a lot of
probably the most nerve-wracking experiment they could ever try.
Oh yeah, dude, they had to spend a lot of time to build this new de-roboticizer. And it works.
For a bit.
How do you feel? Well, oh my stars. Look at this.
There's also Cree Summer voicing Dulcie.
Yup.
That's one thing I noticed about her voice acting from like the 80s to the 90s up until like, I don't know if you ever saw a show called Drawn Together. But when she gets older, I've noticed when she seems to get older with her voice acting, she starts to develop more of an accent. Like she sounded quite posh when she played Penny in Inspector Gadget, and then she started to sound way more southern later on in life.
Wait.
I don't know, just.
Save it, Sal. I'm going after Uncle Chuck. If the de-roboticizer worked on Buddy,
Mimicking his moves.
End of story.
But we still don't know if the effects will last. Can't you wait 24
You see, now that's interesting right there. Like, what do you mean the effects will last? It's like, how does he go back? And that's when Nikki and I were talking about, well, it may have to do with magic, too.
Or even like the cybernetic virus, you know, like it can spread, you know, if you don't like fully immunize it, you know, you could just come back, like cancer.
Well, yeah, I guess. But I guess it could be explained more easily with combining, it's like harnessing a magic of types. Because in this world, you actually do have, like I said last time, there we go, little callback. Jog his memory, but some computers are built with like magic crystals powering them and stuff. Yeah, there
still
there's
keeps
our
the
boy.
mustache.
It'll be cool.
Nicole, activate de-roboticizer sequence. Activating Sonic.
He's so cool. I got this.
Executing
Oh
preemptive
boy.
shutdown.
Chuck, you were supposed to stay still. Why did you thumbs up? This is your fault.
By order of Robotnik, capture freedom fighters. Priority 1. Priority 1. Capture freedom fighters.
I like that he like can't do much. Like he's trying his hardest to be harmful, but he just can't.
Yeah.
He's
not as
like,
savage as he was in the first series either.
Status report. Sections 1, 2, 3, and 5 failure. No salvageable.
Do you think this series, despite having deeper lore, is also a bit more comedic than the last one?
Nicole,
they definitely kind of dumbed Sonic down quite a bit. I think I've seen. They also have a lot of mandated Antoine episodes, which everyone hates and we will not be covering in this series.
It's weird. After watching them again, I can't say I hate them, but they do not fit.
Yeah.
I think, then again, that's just me enjoying the fun factor of
Take me to his royal dumpiness.
it. Oh, and also another.
Oh, that was a good transition. Yeah. Actually, I want to go back to that. I totally missed the joke.
From scratch. Well, this hedgehog is never giving up.
That's good.
No, there's the next line that Robotnik says. I find funny.
Oh yeah.
So nice of you to drop by, Hedgehog. I do love surprises.
Just kill him now.
He said he didn't like surprises. Nightmare.
It's the stress. I can't take it anymore. My hedgehog nerves are shot. I tell you, shot.
No, please. Something is rotten in Topeka. Wherever that is. Now what are you up to?
Still exists.
About 3-4, give or take an inch. Little joke there.
Very little.
That is actually his recorded height in the Sonic games, 3'4".
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that animation there, man. How he kind of like drops into the. Love that. Oh, dude, he should have just drilled through his stomach there.
Yeah, but it would have taken him ages. Do you know how dense he is?
Oh, that's true.
Half of it just be the fat.
Here we go. Some more capabilities. Yeah, some Uncle Chuck tech. So the new design actually moved the button to his soles. That's cool.
Come on, Nicole. Yo, what's the big hold up? Sequence complete, Sally.
There he is.
Wake up call.
Yes.
How old is Uncle Chuck supposed to be?
Man, I'm sure glad you're here.
Can you imagine, like,
I missed you.
60 something?
Missed you too, something. I've been dreaming
Like,
of this.
what if he
since the
suddenly
first day I
realizes,
was
oh no, I had
roboticized.
arthritis before I was roboticized?
Oh gosh, this is
Oh yeah.
this is a big part too. How they're conscious, man, of what's going on.
They can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's like a mind control thing.
This is the first day I was roboticized.
You have? But I thought when you were roboticized, you didn't.
Know what was going on? We know everything. We just can't do anything about it.
Oh man.
Jeez, I think there's a Black Mirror episode that goes for that sort of concept.
See, I love that, and also, man, I don't know if you could hear either on the stream or on Discord here, but I love that little piano piece they threw in. That comes up.
I heard it.
That comes in a couple of times in season 2, and I'm like, dude, I want to I need to work on that with Fox or something, because that's really underrated. It's so simple, yet it shows it's such a melancholic tune.
Yeah, well, piano pieces in general, you know, like used right and sparingly, you get really nice stuff like this.
Yeah, it's certain chords that he uses, man, and I know they used it quite a bit, and it's usually when it's like this, where they go back to their previous lives, like Uncle Chuck's here now, and they play that tune. They played it a couple of times when they were back in time in Robotropolis, in Blast of the Past. It's usually like when they're reminiscing about the old life they had before, that they play this tune. I'm like, man, there's a theme there, and there's a pattern I'm picking up, and it works so well. Listen to this, man.
I was roboticized.
You have? But I thought when you were roboticized, you didn't.
Know what was going on? We know everything.
Oh,
we just
man.
can't do anything about it.
That is.
Without a stronger capacitor, the electromagnetic fields will disable
I need to play the piano more.
Reading harmonic
Especially since my mother is a
frequencies.
piano teacher.
That's right, Rotor. So what I need
practicing
is a
my
free
rotor.
S3 CD.
I think
It's
I have
alright.
one in the storeroom. Oh, man! Not the storeroom! Oh, come on, Sonic. It's not that bad. Just kidding, Roach.
His design looks so stoned in this.
Yeah, that's a downgrade, I would say.
Incredible. And Uncle Chuck.
Oh, I love this little part here.
Howard. He's good, sugar. Maybe I should take a second look at that man.
Dude, he's like 3 times your age.
Stop. That is really something.
Yo, you think they care?
Here, what is
Desperate times, I guess.
Target 1. The first group we're going to de-roboticize is in this factory. It's
Yeah,
really
that trumpet theme as well that plays, that appears a lot in this series.
No, yeah. That's kind of like Robotnik's theme in this as well. Dun, 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 dun,
And it sort of gets more intense, like.
Yeah, in fact, I really wanted Fox to like take that intro, and then boom, and then go into the other theme. It's like an intro.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I always thought that would work so well. Just combine the two together, make this one the intro, and then go into the one we all know and love.
Yeah. By the way, how's the chat? How's the chat and the stream going so far?
Pretty good.
No more bots. No more YouTube buttnicks or whatever.
Yeah. I don't think we had any.
Nope.
Which is good.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Bunny. Oh, what the hell?
Wait, she's got flesh on her arm.
You
see that? In her elbow. She had a flesh elbow.
Little coloring error.
It's okay, Bunny. We'll get you back to normal again.
Maybe it's partially working.
I know it's like, I know it's kind of a sad moment, but the way she got pulled up is just like.
We'll get you back to normal again. Listen, all we have to do. Oh no.
No.
What? Uncle Chuck.
The guy who is all robot.
You know, Uncle Chuck, I am thinking that
Chuck.
maybe it's time for me to be lunch.
Why are you calling him that, man? You Sir Charles to you, Guardman.
So I find it hilarious. The guy who plays Uncle Chuck was also in Uncle Buck, the film.
Merci, Des. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah,
His teeth again.
They made him super goofy in this one.
Uncle Chuck, what is wrong? Oh my.
Yeah, see, it's like that. It kind of looks magical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, reality changes. Magic? I mean that could explain a lot of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Please, Uncle Chuck, you can have my sandwich.
So I guess he like sabotages it like that.
Yeah. This explains why they don't just try the de-roboticizer again, at least not for Bunny.
Yeah. So elevator again, man. It's super cool. I was trying to reason with a
Pull
robot.
out again.
Yeah.
How much do you think of it was in the script or pure improv?
I think he was improving. He's got too much of a resume now too.
Yeah. And then what does he do after this? Oh yeah, Bubsy.
Oh really?
Yeah, he voiced Bubsy.
Yeah, you still playing this rubbish?
Little shit.
Oh man. People who've never seen the show would be like, "What is Metal Sonic doing?"
Freedom fighters, enemy.
Yeah, when did Metal Sonic have a bitch in Tash?
Oh, the eyes, man. It'd be spooky as a kid.
Yeah. 1 part petroleum, 1 part quicksand, 1 part clay mud.
I think that's also him sort of learning to fight back a bit.
I got a juice, Sal.
I mean, why else would he be trying to explain what Megabuck is?
How can I relax?
For the viewers, I guess. I don't know. Also, look at the water animation there. That's cool.
Animation downgrade? Really, Nick?
You say that while he's gone.
Sorry, Nick. No, I'm kidding.
There are a lot of moments that are questionable, but there's a lot of moments that are cool. Oh, dude. Oh, sorry, I was talking over that. Another little character moment. I'm certain this is Ben Hurst doing this.
Sal, I'm sorry about.
I know. But right now, we need a hero.
You're it. That's true.
That little moment, man.
Yeah.
She has to hold on.
For a chipmunk and a squirrel, they're pretty human.
Such a cool little detail there. Oh man. So you just, I don't know, found this by chance, I guess?
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of smash residue of, like, bots from before.
Yeah.
Literally in the last episode, you know, crashing over.
Sonic. What the heck kind of color was Antoine there?
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. What is... it's the
hairdo, isn't it?
It's the hair, and he's got an orange coat instead of a blue one. Oh, you can't see it. You can't. Let me turn the camera down.
Oh, wow. It's like, you know, this was blue when I bought it.
What happened to it? I pissed it.
he pissed in it. He wet himself. Ew, you wet yourself, Antoine. No.
Wow. Yeah, they recolored the Mega Muck to be green for some reason.
Don't do it, Uncle Chuck. Let him go. Very good advice. You should.
Do you have anyone who's playing Antoine in our thing, by the way?
We don't have one yet. In fact, I really wanted to see if we can get Rob Paulson to reprise his role for like a single line.
What are we doing again?
Yeah, that scene.
Mm-hmm.
What we are looking for exactly? Yeah. We Alouette, clean Alouette. Clean Jette clean just my boot, not my snoot.
Whoever's going to be voicing, he's going to have time of his life.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, Sonic's getting rescued. Yay! Oh, dude. Yes, here we go. One of the best Power Ring scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, with the charger.
Woo! Whoa. It's freaking anime, bro.
And glowing, his shoes glowing as well, and that Sonic boom.
Yep. They never did that in Season 1. Oh, I barely made it. I don't think anybody does, Tails. He's trying to rizz him up. You'd be a really nice looking robot. I mean, hey.
I have a question about French. What does n'est-ce pas mean?
I have no idea. You're asking the Texan. Oh, there we go. You can do it. Dang, man.
Yeah, that's it, Unc. You can do it.
Freedom fight Robotnik.
Fight Robotnik.
Yeah. He's back.
Right, it actually worked.
You okay, Unc?
I'm back, Sonic.
Back for good.
That's the most important thing. The body will come later. Good to see you, Sonic.
Good to see you too, Unc. Oh, Sonic, here come the swamp butts. Well, let's stir fry, Unc. Yo, Unc, bail time.
No. You go, Sonic. I'm staying here.
Say what?
Robotnik won't know that inside I'm still me. I have a better chance of getting the de-roboticizer parts from here.
There we go.
Like some kind of Mondo spy?
Yes. Sonic, I know this isn't what we planned, but I can help more from here. Now play along. You two stay out of sight.
But Unc, your eyes.
I can control them now. Intruder.
Yeah.
Hedgehog intruder.
It's a neat idea, man. He's got a family member on the inside, still playing the part.
Yeah.
It's a cool dynamic.
This is kind of what Uncle Chuck was known for. You know, like he was a former soldier and with that DC espionage tool.
Yeah, I mean, he was in, like, my idea is that he was in on this the longest. He would know Robotnik very well.
There's the repeated line.
Oh, yeah. Is it Shriekbot?
Shriekbot, yeah.
Huh.
I love you too.
Oh. You never hear Sonic saying that out loud to anybody anymore.
Well, no. Well, not everyone's his Uncle Chuck.
I'll be back. Where is that sucker?
Not hard to find him. Look for the big fat face on the front.
Should make a great racing boss battle.
Oh yeah, like a.
You know, like in Sonic Advanced or Sonic Advance 2 or.
Gotta like stay ahead.
Yeah. Or even just trying to.
Yeah, and there's the goal. You like make it to the building.
And that's when and this weak spot is literally his face. So you're literally spinning an attack into his face.
Yes. There it is.
That is such a great line.
Oh, legendary scream. Charlie Adler.
It'll take time, but we can get it online again. I hope so, sugar, because I
Trying to remember the first thing I ever heard Charlie Adler do a voice in.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. They don't win every time.
Well, yeah.
I should have listened to you, Sal. I was a total bonehead.
But Uncle Chuck's gonna be a spy for us. That's
Yep.
cool, right?
Yeah, except he has to live in Bogus City. I should have waited till everything
You see,
was
that
ready.
sucks, too, because he was so close to having his uncle completely
Know that,
back.
Sonic?
Yeah.
Up there.
Very well.
Look, we may not have the deroboticizer, but we know that roboticized people can fight it off from inside. All we have to do is help them. Plus, we have Uncle Chuck on our side. He'll help a lot.
Basically, have to bring him out and re-educate them.
Serious.
Re-education camp.
Kong.
Let's do it. Re-education.
Re-education.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that. They even caught the still of the transformation.
Look out. Here comes the re-education program.
Re-education. Don't doubt what you can learn. Re-education.
Oh, wow. But yeah, that was Sonic Conversion, not Conversation, as the video says.
Yeah.
Again, like, this is one of Ben Hurst's big first episodes.
Yep.
Like, where he's, like, a huge part of writing it. And you can already see quite a change. It's a lot more narrative. They're setting things up. It's not just a one-off episode.
And a lot more is happening as well. I mean, like, in the first series, you know, a lot of it was without any dialogue. It's mainly for action and stuff. But here, there's a hell of a lot more going on.
Yeah.
You know, even right down to a lot more of Antoine's, or Paul Hudson's improv.
Yeah. So everybody bringing in their strengths at this point, which is great.
Yeah, they've really grounded on where they are.
Like, one, it's like, yeah, we've gone back to, because Uncle Chuck was introduced very early on, like episode 3 of season 1.
Yeah.
And so now here we go, season 2, we're back with him, which is great. Now he's back for good, and they're setting him up to play a major part in this battle. You know, being the inside guy. So they're
the espionage.
They're setting up a really interesting kind of like a wing of this battle, if you will.
Yeah.
A guy on the inside.
How long did season... Sorry, just asking. How long did season 2 take to come out after the first series?
I have no idea. I think it was just... I don't know if they had any kind of break or anything.
Because, like, I know the series started in 93 and then ended in 94, so I want to say, like, a couple of months. Sure, like, I tell you what, you can ask the chat. If anyone here knows, what was the time gap between Sonic Saturday Season 1 and 2?
That'd be interesting. How much time they had to make changes or anything.
Anyway.
Yeah, like, and I guess the last thing I'll say about what Ben Hurst was doing, and I'll just say it again like I did before. Ben, he made it a point in his interview to where he really wanted to add in more of these human moments where they just act like people.
Mm-hmm.
These little moments where they just sit down, talk, or there's like a moment before Sonic goes to battle where he feels like he owes her an apology. Like, you didn't really see that much in Season 1, so he really wanted that to make more center stage.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like he says, you connect with him a lot more. So I really like that part.
And really taking the idea of, this is still, I mean, it's a Sonic cartoon, but it's also still like
a story,
war cartoon. It's a war cartoon, and like it's pretty letting the heavy stuff play out, and not dumbing it down to a level that's, let's treat the kids like they're daft, because if anything, this is kind of a good show for teens as well.
Yeah, well, kids aren't dumb,
No.
They can put two and two together, especially when they come back and watch the episode more, multiple times.
Yeah. And then they turn into people like us who try recreating it.
I guess so. But yeah, fantastic start to the second season. And it's going to get pretty quick from here on out.
Yeah, and also it's great that this recording has become a hell of a lot more successful than the first one.
Oh yeah,
no bots, no copyright strikes, and apart from 1 or 2 pauses, we did all right.
Yeah, well, it's about to be 9 o'clock on my end, and I need to get.
It's about to be 3 at my end.
Oh gosh, yeah, I gotta get up at 5 in the morning for work, like normal. So I gotta get to bed pretty soon. So I guess we'll leave it there. In case there's any new viewers, you can tell them who you are, what you do, where to find you.
Sure thing. I go by Ben, or Benzamore97. I have a YouTube channel which I post a lot of my 3D stuff, as well as a couple animations and even a. But I mainly do like comic dubs for another channel on YouTube called Headphones UK. You can go watch them as well.
You can put links in the chat for them to follow.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that right now, actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's see.
I should go ahead and get mine set up too.
Okay. But yeah, generally I don't really have like a base of operations per se. I mean, YouTube's probably the closest, but I tend to be quite scattered.
Ah, yeah.
I'm here, there, and everywhere, even in your dreams. No, I'm kidding. But,
cool. So yeah. In case anybody doesn't know me, if this is their first time, my name's Evan Stout. I am a self-made animator, film producer type thing. Not in the industry yet, trying to bust my way in. By just doing what I can, filling out my portfolio. It's actually down there. My website portfolio is stoutportfolio.com. That has all of my previous works. And it's still a big work in progress, so some things don't work, but you can explore that if you want. I put it in the chat there. We do, in fact, have a Patreon for this project specifically. All the proceedings go straight to the production of it. So I don't see a cent out of this. I can't legally get a cent out of this because I do not own Sonic the Hedgehog. But if you want to support for starting at only $5 a month, you can get access to behind-the-scenes work before it's public anywhere else. So I will throw that in here. Right now, most of the donations are going to Ben here, who is our 3D modeler for the project. So you'll be directly supporting him, basically, and doing this.
Thanks for that, guys.
So there's the Patreon right there. And one other thing, I've got my X account, which you can follow if you wish, that has all of our news as they come out. So it's a way to be notified when we're going live. Another good way to do that is to subscribe and hit that bell notification, of course, as all the YouTubers say. But you know where I am now. You see me streaming on my YouTube, so just hit that little subscribe button there. There's the X account. That's got all of the updates on there. And I don't know if we're missing anything. I think that's about it. And yeah, I guess thank you guys so much for joining. The next live stream will be 10 a.m. Central Time Zone.
Which would be about
Saturday,
5 p.m. for the UK time, if any Brits are here.
Yeah, 4 or 5 p.m. So that'll be Saturday.
Saturday the 25th.
We'll be doing part 3 of this series, where we go over episodes. Let's see, season 2. We got Game Guy, No Brainer, both parts of Blast to the Past, and Dulcie.
I'm assuming are we skipping over the Antoine episode?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so unfortunately, if all 3 of you are probably looking forward to that episode, we unfortunately won't be covering that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is I'm keeping this mainly for episodes that I think have a lot of redeeming qualities, or just, good things to look at and to take note of.
Yeah. So this isn't really so much of a marathon. It's more like just going through like the episodes that we're using for inspiration for this whole project.
Yeah, which is not disregarding any of the episodes we're not covering, but it's just like these are the things that stand out most to me. And it's basically it's like maybe a couple of episodes that are left out, 1 or 2 or 3. Most of it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, we'll be back 10 a.m. Central Time, Saturday. Yeah. With that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
And we will see y'all then. Y'all have a blessed night. God bless. Y'all take care.
It's alright.